Trash Talk.
Yeah. I'm Lane.
I'm Lane.
I'm John.
Dan.
No, I'm Lane.
No,
and I like to party.
I'm John.
I'm pretty sure Dan.
And I'm Dan.
Here. Killer Dan is what we call him on the podcast.
Why Killer Dan?
I don't know.
Because he's a killer.
He killed a man.
I'll tell you what, though.
Seen it.
I went and I got some dots.
14
mustard.
bodies.
I want you to get some of those dots pretzels.
You like those?
They don't hit the same as you hand feeding them to me, so I was pretty disappointed.
Well, did you get the honey mustard ones?
Yeah. But you weren't there hand feeding them to me, so we do here.
Anytime Dan can regurgitate food into your mouth, it's a good day.
It's an experience.
It's a good day for
You
good for
say
me.
yes.
And the ones I was hand feeding you were laced because that's why they were so much better.
That's why they're so good.
Shit.
See, I'm trying to get you to need them from me, and then once you need things from me,
You're now a
And then you
fentanyl-
turn tricks for him.
You're now addicted to fentanyl.
Hey, got any pretzels?
I'll get you a pretzel if you go out there and suck that dick.
It's like,
Jesus.
is this code for the new drug on the street? It's like, no, he's fat.
He just
Wants those pretzels.
Explain to me what are Dots pretzels.
They came from South Dakota. Apparently, they were a small mom and pop shop, and then they got
Wouldn't
good.
it just be a mom shop?
A mom shop, I
It's
guess.
Dot?
I don't know. I don't really know the details.
Well,
I
it's
just know they
Dots.
were from South Dakota.
It's not Dots and
then,
Friend.
Then they started selling real well in South
I didn't know
Dakota,
that.
and then they started moving on.
Oh, wait, did you say South Dakota or Colorado?
It's either South Dakota or North Dakota. It's a Dakota.
No.
Yeah, he never said Colorado.
Okay.
Never
Yeah,
said
what the
Colorado.
fuck?
I don't know. I was
But
just
they
curious.
started with the original one, and then they branched out after they got bigger, and they had a Southwest one, which it's all
They
right,
make
but-
flavored pretzels.
Oh, yeah,
the
they're not
honey-
from the Southwest.
No,
in the
no,
Dakotas.
it's just a flavoring.
Yeah.
But the honey mustard ones,
Do they have Huckleberry?
oh, I don't know.
That's like the South
I don't
Dakota
think they-
flavor.
I don't
Yeah.
think they have
Do
Huckleberry
you think the
yet.
Dakotas are considered Midwest?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that strip is Midwest.
Do we need two Dakotas?
Yes.
What's up with this 80s hack
If
shit?
the
What
Dakotas
fuck?
could become one, could Puerto Rico become a state?
Puerto Rico is a state, isn't it?
No,
No.
Or is
it's
it
a
just
territory. They get a vote
Territory.
every 12 years or something.
They don't
for
get a
statehood.
vote at all.
I thought they're still
they
considered
vote.
U.S. citizens, though,
And
aren't they?
They send a representative that cannot vote.
This,
just
the
someone
island
there.
inhabitants themselves vote if they want to apply for statehood.
See, I thought they were already U.S. citizens and
Yeah, they're citizens, but
They
they're not the
they
state.
have they
It's a
vote
weird-
for their own elections and stuff. And yes, they they say they vote for presidency.
Yeah,
You know, so I
but
don't
they
think-
they
don't get a super
they vote
ballot
every
yet.
12 years or something to become a state.
Huh. Because what we got? We got Puerto Rico, Guam,
they vote
is it
to become
Samoa?
a state.
Yeah, Samoa is one of them.
Oh, there's so many more than that even too.
The ones I can think of. They're two territories.
There's a lot of
It's
island chained out there.
It's like, why the fuck? All these are territories because we have bases there, right?
So they just had a vote 2 years ago in November.
Who voted?
Puerto Rico, the
The
residents of Puerto Rico
Residents-
vote for statehood.
But
They have a referendum on it.
what does that mean? They all vote for yes.
It means
you want to be
they
a
How
vote
is that hard to understand? They
to
vote
become a state.
You asshole.
But that doesn't America has to allow them to be a state.
They get a vote for it. But there's certain things you have to do when you become a
could-
state they don't want to do.
Derek, they could vote 100%.
I'm telling you right here, they just voted in 2020, dude. This is literally history. They do it every so often.
Okay.
He does have the information pulled up.
But if they voted, then why aren't they a state?
Because they don't want to be a state. They voted no multiple times.
Oh, I see.
Like I said, there's certain things that they have to
But
do to
have
become a
they-
state they don't want to
Have
do.
they ever wanted to be a state? Haven't they joined?
They've never voted for it to become a state,
They
so no,
probably
I guess
just looked
not.
up things that happen
So
if
why
they
the
become
fuck
a
are they
state.
voting for us?
They just, what do you mean, voting for us?
why are they
Lane,
voting
just
if they
Lane,
don't want to be a state?
Lane,
Hold on, I'm confused about this.
Wrong. Wrong.
Everything you said was incorrect.
Well, then they'd have to join the American
So they
healthcare
they
system
vote
and
to
a tax system.
They don't just
and-
become a state just by simply voting yes.
Don't they
They
have-
vote to apply. Congress has to allow it.
Stop that shit.
I just started.
Don't they have a representative in Congress?
I don't think so.
You know what this almost entails? Almost
Hey.
a call to Island Joe, which we haven't done in a long time.
Is he actually from an island?
He lives on the Virgin Isles.
I mean,
which is kind of the very
Call
similar
him.
situation
See
where
him
they
have to pick up.
head to. They have a representative in the states. Derek,
Why is he living there?
I
How do
don't
you
think
know him?
they. Well, no. Is that the lady that he said that he was always working on her backyard or whatever? Island Joe.
Island.
Is he working on her
talking about?
backyard?
Where he
Islands
lives
don't
at the
live-
island, they have a representative, don't they?
Yes, the Virgin Isles have
That's
a
what I'm responding
representative.
to. Your question.
So like, is
He
this...
cleaned that lady's backyard. I thought was that representative.
Oh, I didn't know. I had no clue about that.
All I hear is
her
call
tits are out
Joe.
online. Actually,
Yeah, call him.
This is the true story.
How do you
Her-
know
her
this?
tits are online? She had like
That's
a
right.
tit scandal, and it's out there.
Gross.
You
Where?
Joe took the
You
picture.
can found
I can't
U.S.
believe
Virgin's
this.
House of Representatives tits online right now.
That's funny.
And it's not a scandal
Are they
because
good
she
tits?
has like no power. She just like goes to Congress to like.
It says, "I'll show you my boobs if you listen to me."
And then somebody gets hypnotized, and
Essentially,
Am I
I
a
feel like
state yet?
that's what happened because like that's all she can do. She's like a lobby almost, you know, ist.
Show your tits, you get beads or statehood.
I'll take the beans.
I mean, there's also like a weird.
Work the
part-
shaft.
There's
Swallow the gravy.
There's Virgin Islands and
No
there's
shit, I'll
Virgin
suck your dick right now.
Isles. Some of them are American. Some of them are British.
Yeah, British Virgin Isles and the
So there's
Netherlands.
two of them. He
I
lives,
thought-
on,
okay.
he lives on the American side.
I'd like to move there and live on the beach for free.
I just want to go.
He
visit
owns
for
property
Sure.
on the top of a mountain or something.
He bought
Apparently.
property.
Tits.
Yeah.
I
He didn't buy tits, but
So if the
There's
sea level
tits there.
rises, he's like, "I'll have the
Ooh.
land."
there are tits there.
Well, shit. Okay. I don't know what you got, what's on the topic thing, because I want to talk about houses we were
Tits?
talking about last night.
How's what?
The renewable houses,
Oh, the
sustainable houses.
yeah.
Yeah.
Earth
We're
ships.
talking about, we should talk about Virgin Islands.
An earth
You know,
ship.
how many U.S. territories are there that we can move to, and how practical is it to move there? You know, like moving to Guam is almost impossible and impractical.
You want to join the military? You'll go to Guam.
Well,
We'll take you to Guam.
yeah, that's the thing. I'm saying I don't want. I'm not going to join the Air Force. I can't.
There's
Become
lots
a
of
marine
dick there,
biologist
John.
or something.
Lots of it.
And move to Guam.
What?
What?
What do you say?
So there's lots of dick there, John. The Navy would be better, but just saying.
There's
I
definitely
physically
dick in the
cannot
Navy.
be. You think I haven't tried? Come on.
You could try harder.
You can get dick in the
I always
Navy.
try hard. That's probably why I don't get accepted.
I'll get you some dick. Yeah.
Work the shaft.
The Navy.
the f-
Guam.
what is
That's where
that?
you want to move to. It's Neva.
Still?
But yeah,
Damn.
she was
she's
a
still
fucking-
getting in that
peanut
peanut
butter.
butter.
Anyway, because I looked at Guam, because Guam is right off the coast of Okinawa.
Guam. Okinawa?
Yeah. Japan.
Okay.
Japan.
Oh, okay.
And I
Is
saw.
that close?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why it's a territory, because we're like, we're gonna park right here. Just look at your
If you ever do anything,
Yeah. They're just staring at
So
you.
when did
like-
we acquire Guam?
I assume the
45,
40s. Yeah,
right after
I
the
don't know.
war.
Anyway, I was looking at it, and like, there's nothing stopping me from going there. Like, I can travel there, I can move there. It's interesting though. There's not restrictions like, say, New Zealand has a lot of restrictions because people want to go there because it's a
1898,
it's a fucking
the U.S.
tourist
acquired
country.
Guam.
yeah.
19 when?
1898.
Oh shit!
No shit.
Oh.
They had it before World War II. I knew that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
was like
that's kind of what I almost thought too.
Huh. Well,
It was
shit.
a pretty pivotal piece to our Pacific Theater
Makes
strategy.
sense. Oh yeah,
The
duh.
Gas station, basically.
Huh.
I was looking
Shit.
into renewable home materials too.
It's what any
Mushroom insulation and particle board replacement.
Yeah, I've seen that's.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff coming out these
what?
days.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so,
the
The mycelium.
God damn it! Hold on. Okay,
You're
so
talking about mushroom
quick.
walls all of a
Okay,
sudden?
yeah,
So-
the roots
so
of the
the
mushrooms,
Guam-
like I guess you can compress and they're like stronger than concrete and insulate better than regular
All right,
insulation.
Derek, can we put a pin in that? I'm going to come back to that right now.
Mycelium network.
Exactly. But
So-
we're
so
talking
amazing-
about Guam right now.
It's a place to live.
You can
And
make
Guam.
mushrooms in
so there's
Guam.
nothing stopping me from moving to Guam.
What's illegal
except-
in Guam?
You could eat
It's
mushrooms in
it's
Guam.
U.S. territory, so they come down to base state laws basically. But
But who's regulating, the mushrooms that are growing there?
I don't, motherfucker. It's mushrooms can't grow there.
It's
I don't think.
basically just
You
a
can
giant
grow mushrooms
table
anywhere
base
if you have
for
the right
refueling
Could they
ships.
be-
I guess it's
har-
warm
could
as
they-
salt. But anyway,
Could they harvest adrenochrome there?
Do you guys need some adrenochrome?
I'm
Okay.
just curious.
I have
Like,
nothing to
if
tell.
there's regulations,
there's nothing stopping me.
You can harvest
from moving!
You can do that anywhere, though.
If you guys
really,
need some
right?
adrenochrome,
Guam!
all these hardcore Satanists.
Except Guam, the cost of living of Guam is like 3 times that of like Omaha because there's nothing there, and there's almost no jobs because unless you're in the military, there's nothing to do. There's no work. So I was like,
So
I want
there's got to
to.
be a lot of hookers.
So I'd be like, I want to like
Please, Lane. It's
Do a lot
sex
of-
workers.
yeah.
You're right.
Don't be a
I'm
prick.
sorry. I don't.
Yeah.
Anyway, get like
Derek,
basically
please.
be 100% remote and just move to Guam
Dan's closer.
and just stare
Dan,
at the thing.
please.
Anyway,
It's
So-
a guest. You're gonna make the guest do that.
Yeah. Reach it.
He's a pizza cheat.
What's the point about Guam?
interesting places in the U.S. to move to
I would rather move to
because
Easter Island.
holy shit,
Thank you. Wouldn't that be badass?
Shut up!
Right?
Did you say you'd rather live in Easter Island?
I'd rather move to Easter Island.
There's literally nothing there
I
that's
know,
sustainable
I know.
for eating or anything.
I don't care. I'd start a garden. Just fucking.
He just wants all that head.
That's
wanna
the point.
see
Though.
some
You can't
heads.
really grow anything there.
Why not?
This blue moon tastes like
The
shit.
soil has no
you
nutrients
can
in it.
import fertilizer.
Yeah, make a
and
greenhouse. Do the green
Yeah.
powerhouse.
You've watched
thing.
alien conspiracy shows before.
So you know how important Guam is, or fucking Easter Island is.
Maybe to the network, but as far as habitability, it's basically uninhabitable.
It doesn't. People live there. People
Okay.
live
They
there.
left
Right, so let's say
because
you
there's
move
no
there.
nutrients in the soil. They can't grow anything
Oh.
People still live
So then
there.
you-
It's not just.
They eat
just
These
spam.
houses-
artificially.
How about this?
There's no agriculture.
I want to move to Lake Titicaca and make a reed raft and live on that. Because people still do that.
You're gonna get
nowadays.
abducted then.
No, people still live on the lake nowadays.
You're not going to get abducted by aliens. You're going to get abducted by human traffickers.
Yeah.
And they're going to sell you as this nice
Yeah,
little pretty white boy.
Sanchez has got you.
Yeah.
Hey, like
By the
the
cojones.
You might be right. Honestly, though, I'd probably come back to Omaha, right?
Oh, fuck,
I mean,
good point.
Right on through
There is
180.
that chance. It'll take a little while, a couple months of
I don't
being
know if
passed
that's
around,
fucked
but
up.
If Lane ever moved out and lived on a reed boat thing on Lake Titicaca, I'm pretty sure within 3 months, if we went to visit him, I'd be like, Chupas huevos? Chupa?
What the fuck? What? I don't understand.
That's how he's making his living.
Suck a dick?
Yeah.
All right.
And then Dan's where they're feeding him drugs. That's right.
yeah, you
Come
go
back
get
for
that.
more.
You go get that.
Esmoto?
It's a bigger, softer pretzel. But it's not as it's as salty, but it's not as crunchy.
He's
Well-
addicted to weed. Sucks dick now.
El Baño?
Why do you say Albania?
La Biblioteca?
Because he's either going to meet you in the bathroom or the library. That's where he's going to get down with you.
Yeah.
See,
They have a floating library on a bed
Wayne,
of reeds
see
on
me,
Lake
amigo?
Titicaca.
It's
up?
for tax purposes.
Yeah, if you do it on a public park area or a library, it's God's
you
water.
guys, I'm not moving to Lake Titicaca.
Get
I'm just
owned
saying
water.
it's doable. You could live out there,
Dude, you could live a lot of places. It's more just
Exactly.
like... Yeah.
Why would
No,
you?
no, not exactly high pitched. No, no, that's you're not making a point at all.
I mean, if you really
That's my
wanted to,
point.
you could go find a lake here in Nebraska and make a boat and live on it.
I would rather.
It
There's
wouldn't be a
someone-
reed one. You'd have to use logs and shit. But you could
Believe me, I've got the
Winter.
time.
Winter, though.
you could
Winter
still be out
Nebraska.
there on a frozen lake.
go down the Mississippi.
You're obsessed about you want to move in Guam. I'm just saying there's a lot of other cooler places.
Unless they're okay.
I'd
I
rather
want
move to
somewhere-
Antarctica.
prefacing this is the nature Earth ships with places in the U.S. you could go and do this because they're in the U.S. like the Virgin Islands, Guam, Puerto Rico for
So-
some reason.
What are you trying to do on these islands?
So I mean,
Sustainable
just weird
living?
places? Yeah. So
There's
so Earth
there's
ships.
what they call intentional communities here in the United States, like mainland, that you can go do that in. You just gotta go
What
actually
the fuck?
apply. And
Why
stuff.
was that funny?
It's just funny the way he said it. Mainland, like
What are you on?
He's mainlining right now.
I'm
Holy
mainland,
shit.
man. Fucking all just
Did you?
mainlands.
Did you?
Not at all.
That's a lie.
Nope.
I'm watching you lie to me.
No,
I
no,
can't-
you're not.
I know. Okay.
You think so?
I don't know. I can't tell.
I want to know though. So there's this alliance or something with all the
Alliance
nations.
Nebraska?
Alliance of all the nations in the world have agreed to not exploit Antarctica, right?
That's bullshit.
Yeah, there was a they all signed a treaty.
They can't
Signed
because
a
of the
treaty.
aliens.
It's a lie for sure. But like they did it for the public that like no one's to go there,
Because they don't want us to know about the secret UFO base in the hole in the middle of Antarctica.
That's right.
Okay.
Or the
center of
Earth
the
is
Earth.
flat.
But does it matter what the governments tell you? What's stopping a citizen from just going and living in
Guns.
a
Antarctica?
lot of money. A lot of money.
How would you live? Yeah. People,
I mean, you gotta
those
kill one walrus. And
those
you're good for
places,
the
like
year,
where they have the
right?
outposts and stuff, people die regularly
Yeah.
there, and those are operated very closely by the government and probably whatever businesses or organizations.
You know what? Superman lives on the fucking Arctic.
You remember
doesn't he?
Dustin that I worked with at Fleming's? He was a
Yeah.
chef out there for like 9 months or
In
something.
Antarctica?
That's cool.
Yeah, and within the first like 2 or 3 months he was out there, someone died.
When did that happen?
He just got back like maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago,
Did
something
he
like that.
poison him?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
You said he killed a guy.
I didn't say he killed anyone. I said someone died.
Oh, this steak is awful.
From what?
Exposure.
The elements, yeah, whatever.
He
Antarctica.
It's
killed
He
him.
went
negative
outside
50.
and froze.
Yeah, you
Or
can
something.
go outside and freeze very
You break an
quickly.
arm or something, you know, like you could die really fast out there.
Yeah, it's
was it
it's
a-
I don't
suddenly
know what killed a
1810.
guy. I didn't read the
Where a
autopsy
paper
report.
cut will kill
What
you.
It happened. Someone died. It happens regularly.
No, I've heard that that's like on the coast. What if you go inland?
You're not supposed to
There's,
go
like,
inland.
desert. Well, what's stopping you?
The
Governments.
alien bases.
It's a no-fly
Nazi
zone,
weather
literally
stations.
above the
Who's
middle
gonna
of
show up?
Antarctica.
Who's
You
gonna
cannot
show
fly
up?
there.
Who's gonna show up? Nazis or something?
UFOs.
I mean, the Nazi base.
Aliens.
is still
Nazi
there.
UFO.
UFO
right?
Nazis, yeah.
I
Middle
love
Earth-
that
Middle Earth Nazis?
Was it-
Nazi weather
oh,
station.
Was that Lieutenant
That-
Bird or whatever?
What?
That like
Lieutenant Dan.
there's- No, like
Yeah,
Lieutenant
no,
Bird.
bird. Yes, you're right.
There's some
Yeah.
like
Led the
weird
expedition down there.
conspiracy where he's like, yeah, I went there and then like I found another place.
They had like an aircraft carrier, a couple destroyers, a whole like small fleet.
It was essentially
Post World War II.
a war right after. All
They
of a sudden,
supposedly, yeah, got into-
everything went to the Antarctica for
a
some
few
reason.
days.
Because the
Exchanged
Nazis
gunfire.
fucking went there.
because they were trying to get alien technology.
Nazis had the alien technology and flew there. They had a
Let's-
fucking
hey,
base
it was a
inside
weather
of Middle
station.
Earth.
All weather stations are only weather stations. We know
right.
that, Nazi or otherwise.
Speaking of UFO
Weather
stuff,
stations
though,
are for weather
have you guys
only.
been watching the
Yeah.
Congress or the congressional hearings about UFOs?
Not at
No.
all.
They haven't really released hardly anything.
Well, no, they haven't released anything, but they're still like they're trying to like, hey,
Disseminate.
we're literally telling you we got like all these videos.
NASA came out today and said that they want to take UFOs more seriously now to explain
Well,
the phenomenon.
I
Well, I
haven't heard
forget
anything
which
about this.
person it was, but he was like sitting there in the Congress thing or like the congressional hearing. He's like, "Why are you showing
Matthew
this clip?
McConaughey.
We have stuff that is so much more like reliable and incriminating, and like we have tons of videos of this. We have admirals, we have people on warships showing these things, and for some reason, it's just like it's side news because we're more concerned about what bathrooms people are going to than the fucking aliens.
Yeah, which
But, like,
bathroom are the
it's-
aliens gonna go
It's
to?
legitimately congressional hearings going on about UFOs.
They're non-binary. They
Except
are
they're calling them
sexist.
UAPs,
Yeah.
They can
unidentified
suck their own
aerial
dick, they're gonna free
phenomenon. But
pass.
regardless, there's tons of stuff coming out about it or trying
I
to.
haven't heard anything about this.
Well, look up congressional hearings UFOs,
Jesus
and you will find like it's
Christ.
been going on for a couple weeks now.
Hey, it's 6-9 today.
It's been going on for a few years now, really.
Well,
It's
no,
periodically.
the actual like the big one that they're doing right now.
You know what I've been wondering lately because of like the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial? What was that?
Who shit in his bed?
The alien! It
what
was
was
an
that a
alien shit!
distraction for? Like, what's really going on?
Yeah,
So many
yeah.
things.
Every
many things.
pop culture drama is
Anytime
always
there's
covering something.
something
Up.
that huge. There's almost something else like being going on.
Oh
behind the
well.
scenes.
There's the bill to start restricting firearms again.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you think there was like subliminal things
so-
during that trial?
No.
Well,
It's just a good way to like not talk about
distraction.
things.
And because they're changing. They're like it passed.
They're always
It passed
trying.
something, but it's in the Senate now. We're going to be very soon here.
Yeah.
They're trying to raise the price, the age, 18 to 21, which
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I actually don't care about that.
well, I'm thinking like any
Yeah,
fire.
it's a
Well, see,
slippery slope, but it's
no,
fine.
you have to
I'm fine
be
with
21
that.
to buy a handgun.
Yeah.
Well, so how the hell is a handgun like?
Handguns commit most of like any murder or like
Yeah,
Yeah.
handguns are the fucking problem. Like most of the time, because it's not doesn't consider it a mass.
They're
killing,
trying to
it's usually
prevent like the
one-on-one.
big mass events. Yeah, where you're getting like 20 people
You
murdered.
mean
Right.
the ones that the CIA
And-
orchestrates?
And then they tried to. Oh,
No,
they got me on. Thanks.
They will not stop until the assault rifle is fucking banned.
Yeah, because the assault rifle was banned up until what 98, or not even that.
It was from 94 to
very-
2004, I believe.
Okay, yeah, and they said that mass shootings went up 1,000% or some ridiculous amount, right? What happened was the FBI moved the bar. They literally moved the bar from 5 to 4 to count as a mass murder. It's like what the fuck?
You have to
What
kill
they're talking
5
about, as
people?
far as like statistically, when they're talking about mass murders, everyone thinks of like the school shooting or like a theater or a mall.
Yeah.
Those recount for like basically 1% of all the mass shootings that happen in America. A mass shooting is now considered 4 or more people. And so there's a lot of mass shootings that happen because there's gang fights and shit like this. And like, there's a lot of inner city problems.
I've never heard this before.
Look up Colin Noir or
Oh, yeah, Colin Noir, yeah.
He does a very good job of explaining how the statistics actually work and like what it all means. But when they're saying like there's this many mass shootings, you all, or not you all, but everybody thinks of like these terrible, horrible incidences where it's like, you know, a school or something like that. And that accounts for like 1% of the mass shootings that happen in America. And those mass shootings are generally happening in low income neighborhoods with a whole bunch of like crime and poverty.
Yeah.
And that's where the mass shootings are happening. So when they lump that in, and I mean, don't get me wrong, like the school shootings and all that shit, that's fucking insane. But what he's talking about is how they lowered the bar from 5 people to 4 people so they could include more people in the mass shooting thing. But a lot of the people involved in the mass shootings are rival gang members.
Oh, for sure.
Well, no,
I've always seen the headlines about like 12 mass shootings this weekend. You know,
it's
and it's like, well, what the fuck?
But that's not what I'm talking.
How come
what
I
I'm
only
talking
know
about,
about like the one, you know, Texas school? You know.
Well, yeah, because
and that shit was shady, man. There's some weird stuff with that one. I'm sorry.
That's starting to get real. Like the more I keep, it's like the more I don't hear about it, the more I'm like, I don't like conspiracies. And you know, overthinking stuff, but it's like, okay, this
is how they
this
got
does not
Alex
pass the
Jones.
smell test, okay?
Yeah, this is how they got Alex Jones.
This is how they got Alex Jones. That's
anyway,
why I stopped looking
when,
into.
So when
gun
assault rifles were re-legalized,
yeah,
that's when they changed the bar from 5 to 4, and mass shootings skyrocketed. Because they changed, they literally, like I said, they changed. That's what
that
that's
makes
what I'm
no
talking
sense
about.
to me. Like
I didn't
5
even
to
consider.
4, like you still expect.
Hey, man, that's still one. That's one life. Makes a lot of difference.
Does it though? I guess
That's another person
Because,
dead.
I didn't
like,
even think
4
about
people
what
as a
Dan was
gang,
talking
You gotta
about.
have 4 in a gang.
I didn't think about what Dan was talking about. Was all the shootings that occur
Well,
that no one cares
because
about.
Most of the mass
So
shootings,
you're saying we could all get gunned down right now?
If
it would be considered a mass shooting if somebody
killing.
else guns us down. But the other thing too is they're lumping in these mass shootings, which are actually attributed to handguns, and they're claiming that it's
What
because
about
of
the
assault
fact,
rifles.
though, that we have by far more gun-related deaths
Oh, 100%.
than any other country,
Oh,
and the
yeah.
number one
Oh,
killer of
ooh.
children in America is gun violence.
that's
No other country in the world has that problem.
I've never
Funny.
heard that.
Have you looked up to
That is
stabbings?
perfect that you brought that up. That was my next point.
Across the world.
Stabbing is a whole other thing. That's absolutely fantastic. You just said that because the next thing I was going to
Masons
say
and stuff?
was
Knives.
I saw a study. Someone put together a study. Now just let me finish this whole thing because it's going to sound ridiculous.
I'll take you back to this.
It was a study that was like that puts the U.S. like 25th in the 25th country in the nation for shooting deaths. I was like, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And I start reading it. They're including literally every country. I'm talking like fucking Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Like, no
War
shit, we're
zones.
gonna be.
This
Yeah.
is specific
What the
to like
fuck? Yeah, it's like I'm like
civilians.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you take the entire world, sure. If you take first world countries,
They don't have an
even
active
close.
war zone in.
Yeah, it's like this is. I understand what they're trying to say, but it's also absolute horseshit. Because
It removes or is deceiving with the context.
I remember I was watching Travelog. I was looking at Johnson Museum and Travelog, and they were talking. This guy was in Israel, and like they walk their kids to school strapped. Like every parent has an AK. Like everyone has a gun because they fucking have to.
Yeah.
And
Well, why? Yeah.
That's
so
an
it's
active
like,
war zone, but like, if
how the
you,
That's a
fuck you gonna-
so that's a third world country.
Well, have you
get to
looked up-
walk
It's like, how
with
do
a
you
gun?
lump that with America? Obviously, it's more violent in Iraq. No
Yeah.
shit. We've been there for 20
Yeah, but
fucking-
some
More than
kids
that.
go to school with guns too.
well, have you looked
know?
up the statistics of like Chicago's
Oh,
every
God.
weekend? There's like 40 plus deaths every weekend
Well,
in
that's
Chicago.
the whole thing. That's like there's always been more deaths in Chicago than there has been in Iraq every week.
Well, a
That's
big
why it's
thing.
called
So I
Chirac.
would say, Chicago
Exactly.
has tight gun laws, but literally, there's a street in Chicago called States Line, and you cross it, and you're Indiana, and right over there is a gun store that has been responsible for over 1,800
Really?
Yeah.
of the firearms that were identified in various homicides and
in-
shootings.
wow. In what state?
Makes sense. Makes
what state?
perfect sense.
Huh?
In what state?
Indiana.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
literally
Chicago's
just
right
they
next- it's
cross
on the
Yeah,
border.
okay. Chicago's
It's same
in
with like a
Illinois.
lot of the New York
Or
violence
maybe it's
that
Illinois.
happens is
Chicago's in Illinois.
Yes.
So they
Oh,
have to go
yeah,
across,
Indiana, though. That's
They have to
the...
go into Indiana.
yeah, there's a lot of places where
It's
like,
like
all this-
Nebraska had that though for the Indians and the going
Yeah.
to get alcohol for the longest time.
Well, yeah, it's basically just like what's happening is there's people that are like, we've imposed all these laws, and then people who they go across the state line, buy shit, or
Which you can walk across the city and
then
Yeah.
go bring it back in. But
Yeah,
it's still
we
distributed illegally.
We could walk over to Council Bluffs and get some meth if we wanted.
I don't know. It's unless they
Hate to
have
break it
laws
to you.
about bringing guns over
get
state
meth here?
lines that you already legally own. They acquire those weapons legally in Indiana.
Yeah.
So whether or not there's a state law thing with transporting it is another question. But
well, it's a matter of
guys-
selling too.
That's
Because you
just
can't sell
Chicago,
them
though.
there.
That's
Yes,
just Chicago.
But Chicago does have a outright ban on handguns.
Really?
Yes.
And is it working?
Oh hell no.
people just go to Indiana. It's just
Yeah,
literally
they
you
just
walk
go-
across the city of
No, I've
Chicago,
never
which
done.
isn't that hard to do. I've done it multiple times. You
You-
walk across Chicago.
Walk to Indiana?
In downtown Chicago. It's not hard to walk across.
Really? I thought.
It's not that big. Like the whole downtown area, it's I mean like it's big, but you can walk across it fairly easily.
Hey, you can walk anywhere you want to, Derek.
I'd walk
Well,
a
without
lot.
getting shot, you mean.
Without getting
What?
shot.
Without getting shot, that is.
I tried
I mean,
to
you
walk.
hope-
I got shot
You
at.
hope.
I
when
tried
was
to
in
walk
Chicago.
across Detroit one time, and this girl was like, "No, I'm coming to get you. Don't fucking try to walk." Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's some
Detroit
areas
is
that
similar
suck.
to Chicago. You
Uh,
know?
East St. Louis. The horror stories with East St. Louis.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So my dad
There's
was-
certain areas you don't want to start walking.
So my dad worked for Union Pacific, doing railroad insurance stuff. Big train goes off the rails. He goes and sees how much it's going to cost. Anyway, there are train yards in East St. Louis. He's at the airport. He gets picked up in like a limo, and they just like get out and go, "Are you Mr. Reddick?" He goes, "Yes." Hi. He's not. He's expected to go to his hotel. He has no idea what's happening. Right? They go, "Okay, hey, well, I'm so and so here. Put this on." To give him a fucking flak jacket. And
That's
they,
nuts.
put him in the back of the vehicle with like two
With a
more
bag
security-
over his head.
Jesus.
So give him a flak jacket, put it in the back of the limo, and in the limo was like 2 or 3 armed guards.
Yeah.
Flap.
And my dad's like,
What's
flak,
what is a flap
flak
jacket?
jacket,
Flak.
asshole.
What is that?
Essentially body armor.
Oh yeah, body armor.
Okay, so that's like what is
But it's not a bulletproof vest.
A lot of
flak
pilots
jacket
would
is
wear
not
them in
a
like
bulletproof
World War
vest.
II and
Like,
stuff.
Yes.
like a plate carrier.
I get that now.
Whatever,
okay.
okay.
But that's what I wanted that explained because the listeners, man.
It was my dad just like, a boxcar fell over. What the fuck? And they're like,
What
yeah,
if he
you'll
shot
see.
you in the face?
And they just drive across
See,
the red bridge.
That's
to
a
East
risk
St.
we were
Louis.
willing to take.
Yeah. Well, that shot in the face thing. Back to that, like the Texas thing. Apparently, the cops were too afraid to shoot the guy because he had body armor on, which is like, dude. There's heads, legs, arms.
Yeah,
Even if you get shot with body armor on in the chest, you're gonna be
he
breaking your
falls
ribs.
down.
You're falling down. Like,
yeah.
there's some weird stuff with that where it's like,
Takes
you
your
guys
breath
just
away.
did
Well,
not do your job. They
it
did
was
not
a-
do their job. Period.
It was a plate carrier, and I heard it. Like seriously, it didn't even have a plate in it.
No, yeah, it didn't.
So a plate carrier is not body armor.
Explain that to me though. What's a plate carrier?
It's
It
a
can-
vest that has a big ballistic plate on the front and back over your organs.
And what's normally a ballistic plate?
It's a
like
time of
like-
body armor. in
like
my-
a quarter-inch or
It's like a shield that you wear on your chest. It's
Of
body
carbon
armor.
or
like a half-inch plate of tungsten or carbon. Some sort of dissipating.
solid, like
Yeah,
heavy.
solid. Yeah.
Okay.
Tank
okay.
No,
guy.
it's a water bladder.
It's not just like a Bible over your heart, right?
I mean, that'll save you. But
Yeah.
no, it's a type.
Chunk of the-
I know it's not technically body armor, but it's a type of body armor.
Yeah. Either way, it looks like body armor when you're going, and you
Yeah.
shit your pants in a parking lot.
But either way,
then
the
you
fact
arrest
that
the
he
mom.
shot at cops and then hung around outside the building for 10 minutes before he went in is fucked up.
To me, I always think it's the first cop there that like stopped, and then another one
Those
stopped
resource
with him.
officers do jack shit.
And then,
One
like,
of them,
three of them
literally in
stopped.
my high school, watched my car get broken into. I mean, the
Yeah.
guy's breaking into my car. He's watching it before the guy even does it, and just watches. Then he sees him knock out the window, and just keeps watching. And they rummage, and just keeps watching.
Where was he?
And they leave, and then he's like, "Oh, I better go look at the situation."
Yeah.
now."
Then
He
he'll
was-
write
he
his
s-
report.
He
Yeah.
stayed inside or he was outside.
He was outside. He was like right there.
So the bandit,
Like, probably
had
40
seen
or 50 feet
a
away.
Bandit, like
he gave him the brick.
give me that brick, old man.
Well, I mean, like,
Okay.
honestly though, did the guy that was breaking into your car know that the guy was there and watching him?
I don't know. Like when I talked to the dude, he was just like, "Yeah, I like watched it happen," and then he just left. So I went up there.
I couldn't do anything. It's useless people doing their, like, I'm a security guard.
Did they steal your mycelium?
No, I didn't have any mycelium in the car.
All right, you weren't growing walls at that point.
I don't think that was even a concept at that point.
Well, so explain this concept to me, because I'm still
They're actually
Thinking
doing
about
it for like shipping containers and other like you know how you get like the plastic bubbles in a box that like hold your like whatever you ordered online. There's,
Packing
like,
peanuts.
Packing peanuts and things like that. They're actually talking
Yeah.
about using
Bubble wrap.
mycelium networks because they're biodegradable and they're easy to grow and they can shape them to basically any like plasticized form. So you can just put your stuff in there and then it'll biodegrade after a while.
What?
It's just mushrooms.
Yeah, it's
I
just
know,
mushroom.
but like,
it's really cool, man. There's some really cool shit with that.
Isn't it like moist?
No.
No, it's
When I'm
hard.
done with
Once
it, it will be.
they compress it and like probably give it
It's
like a heat
processed.
treatment that
so
evaporates
it's
everything and
it's
hardens it.
very, It's exactly.
It's harder than concrete.
Yeah, it's inert.
More
Is it like-
insulated than fiberglass.
Is it just like waste normally or something?
and completely compostable?
Or they have a lot of it?
It's roots.
No, they're
you can
growing
grow
it-
mushrooms.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but it takes a lot of mushrooms to grow the amount of packing peanuts that we fucking go through in this nation.
Most packing peanuts now are corn.
Really?
Yeah, if you run them under a faucet,
You
they
can eat
dissolve. You
Nuh-uh.
can. You can eat packing peanuts now.
I mean,
I don't think I'm going to.
Yeah. No.
Oh, you will.
You will.
It came with a
I'll
snack.
just give you like a bag of like it's a popcorn. This popcorn's real squeaky.
I mean, that's scary though.
just
That's the
salty.
future though. Oh, my fucking.
Why does that scare you?
It
Because
scares me that
you're
like
from
the
a small
things
town?
that you just order online instead of going to a store and like feeling and touching, for yourself, just gets shipped to you, and then you're like, oh, the packing, I can eat it. Just gonna like chew on this fucking plastic bag and
I mean,
watch your kid fucking choke. on
What
it.
the fuck?
well, you went off the deep
You
end
are
there.
fucking.
Oh,
you are
yeah,
fucked
yeah.
up right now.
Just
You
calm
You need
it
to watch more
down.
Disney Star Wars and come back to
are
reality.
fucked up
Yeah.
right now.
Dude,
What
killer-
the hell,
All right,
dude?
I'm not
Stay on track. You are clearly fucked up right now.
on mycelium
You get heat stroke today?
walls and shit. No.
You act like you're on heat
He
stroke.
works
You
at
got
a
heat stroke.
desk.
No, basically,
you very
there's some
much.
very,
Very
very
true.
intelligent scientists working on different mushroom growth and compounds.
I mean, I know this, but
and
One of
What the
the big
fuck?
companies is called Evocative.
are you serious?
It's one of the first companies in the world founded with the purpose of growing mycelium for building applications.
Tits.
But I mean, like honestly, how much can they really produce?
a fuck ton, man.
Mushrooms grow like that. Like
Dude, don't you they have mushroom grow kits?
Yeah, and
Any fucking
there's
idiot
so
can
many
grow
uses.
them.
Did you ever see that, like, the Fantastic Fungi movie?
I was at the theaters with you, Dan.
So you remember where they're like, oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
obviously you don't.
Yeah. But anyway, do you remember how they were talking about how they like literally put mycelium spore or like spores of a mushroom on like oil waste and all this other crap, and then like after a while the mushrooms broke that down and created like a mycelium network, and then essentially like cleaned up the oil. That
I
they
think
put it on.
that was a controlled oil and stuff.
It's a controlled thing, but those are the type of experiments that people were doing. So now they're like,
Still an option.
there's so much use for
Oh,
mushrooms.
I mean, I agree. And honestly, like, there's mushrooms right outside. Like, there's a mycelium network in the grass we don't even know about.
Yeah.
But
And it connects you
Yeah,
to
don't
the
people
whole
think
haven't-
mushrooms are the
I haven't
largest
heard about
organism
that.
in the world?
what?
Isn't there some people that believe in
Oh no, it is. It's the mycelium network up
The
in like
largest organism?
in
Oregon.
like California or something?
No. It's Oregon.
Oregon, yeah.
Yep.
It's literally like the entire forest is connected by a mycelium network that's been around for like hundreds of
I thought it was
thousands of
mycelium?
years.
Oh, I thought it was just like one tree. I thought it was a tree. Is it not five?
There's another one where all
It's-
these
it's
trees
all
are
connected to
interconnected
the
in a
trees.
forest.
It's a fungus.
Yeah, it's a fungus. It's a mycelium
The
network.
fungus
that
is
connects
among
them all.
us.
I'm waiting for that.
Honestly, and that's the fucked up thing. Like, if you want to call the mycelium network in that forest the largest organism in the world, you have to acknowledge that the Amazon is the largest.
So
forest
if
in
you
the
were
world.
like starving
And
in
there
your
has to
home,
be
could you
a
eat the
large-
insulation to survive?
What?
Could you eat mycelium to survive?
Depends
No.
on what kind.
I mean,
No.
asbestos is delicious, so I assume the mushroom would be even better.
Yeah,
mycelium is like it's just like a
the root system. But I mean,
series of tubes.
Fuck, they're processed. All
It's
right.
the internet,
All right.
essentially.
if you eat the wrong
And
mushrooms, you're
it's-
gonna die.
at
So
some
I wouldn't
point,
risk
though-
It's the way of the future.
We will interlace. We'll be able to interface. Interlaced
All right.
and progressive style.
Hey, why don't you produce?
With-
Why don't you just
into-
produce? How about that?
I have been
You
producing
producing
this entire
great
time.
and being nice and
We're going to
quiet last week.
interface with the Amongus fungus.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The
I
humongous
have
fungus.
interfaced with the
It's Among Us, right?
the fungus before, and when you interface with the fungus, you learn some things,
All right, man.
or you just stare at the wall for a while and like, whoa.
And then you're among us.
Abraham Lincoln turns into a demon.
God damn, Abraham Lincoln.
Well, that's fine. I didn't hear about the
Abraham
mushrooms
Lincoln.
eating
You've
plastic.
never-
I love
you've
that.
never interfaced?
Have you heard? Shut the fuck up! Have you seen the bacteria that's eating plastic now?
Oh, is that the man-made
that out for a
one?
little
Yeah,
bit.
and
Yeah.
they engineered this bacteria because, like, what the fuck, you know?
Yep.
My concern is obviously, okay, say it's viable and there's no side effects that we know of. You just throw it in the ocean and let it just eat all the plastic
And
in the ocean.
now it evolves into a
That's
plastic.
like, yeah, then what? Now what?
cell,
It
and then
turns
it
into the
grows
Simpsons
more.
episode where it's like, how do you get rid of the snakes? Oh, you bring in the gorillas. Oh, how do you get rid of the gorillas? Hey, let them freeze to death. You know, that like you
Yeah.
get one thing to kill one thing to kill one thing to kill one thing. So like say we remove the plastic with the magic bacteria. No, those fucking bacteria hang
And then
out.
eventually it gets like the
What the hell happens now?
microchips inside it, and it's a super sentient
And now it's an
AI.
android. Yeah. So it's like I like the idea of it, but like it literally has to be just scooped up and put into a bucket. You can't just dump it in the world's waters because there's no telling what will happen in 50 years. Oh, it's exciting and terrifying at the same
That's
time.
human.
Isn't that the beginnings of the Force?
Ooh,
Then we
midichlorians.
synthesize ourselves with the bacteria and become Force sensitive through the bacterium in our blood.
You're not force sensitive. Your whole body just fucking hurts because you're sick. I feel the slightest breeze. There you go.
Yeah. Doesn't sound good.
No,
No.
but
That's how midichlorian come
mushrooms.
about.
I like the mushroom idea. That's awesome.
Wasn't
there's
the
so many-
midichlorian only in like the one part of the Star Wars
It
thing,
became
and
canon in episode 1.
then they're like, "This is kind of dumb. Let's
It's
not continue
everywhere.
it."
No, it's canon now.
It's canon?
They even break it down. New Jedi Order from 1999,
Oh, okay.
the book series. When they try to break it down, like powerful. Anyway, I just thought that was pretty neat.
So the rumor is actually though that the George Lucas trilogy or sequel trilogy would have gone into the midichlorians, and they would have gone into like the fucking dimensions
Words.
and shit.
Oh.
Quantum
oh,
level.
like
Quantum Star Wars?
They would have gone into the quantum force,
Like
like
what
midichlorians.
Rebels did.
They would have eventually met the Wills, because the Wills
Yeah.
are also canon.
yeah,
Did
well,
the
yeah,
Wills
so-
not deserve to be?
That's so cool.
In the like
The
honestly,
Wills.
You can't put those. You can't.
Was that
seen
Clone
the
Wars?
Clone Wars.
Episode 6, season 6 of Clone Wars. Yoda
It
goes
was
to see
a
the
part
Wills.
of George Lucas's original draft. It was the Journal of the Wills, Star Wars. It was always
you
supposed
have
to
to
be.
describe the Wills. I don't remember what
It
that
was
is.
always supposed to be about
Remember-
this like other dimensional like beings.
I remember
that,
the
like, are part
brother
of
and
the
sister.
Force.
No, so season
that's
6.
different.
Yeah, that's
remember,
different.
Remember the
That's
half.
still different.
Season 6 was a half season of Clone Wars. Yoda goes to this Force planet and basically hangs out with the Wills and learns a bunch of shit.
Okay.
I mean, it was
You don't
literally like
remember
one
the
of the
Wills?
6 last
Yeah,
episodes.
Dude,
There
that
was-
is the coolest part of Clone Wars. Like to me, the Clone Wars were worth it for that.
There was a book
see
I
the
read
Wills.
where like Luke went to some planet and like communicated with the crystals that were on the planet. And when he had like communicated, he went to his own like little dimension with them. His body stayed here, but he like meditated into their little crystal communication world.
He moved his consciousness
I mean,
to their
is that Legends?
realm.
That'd be Legends now, yeah.
You know what he's talking about?
No.
Oh, it was some book I found at the library a long
yeah,
time
like,
ago.
I've
Well,
read
there's so much fan fiction,
so many.
too.
It's not fan fiction.
it was sanctioned by Star Wars.
Yeah,
it was
I
official.
mean,
I've read so much Star
Lucas
Wars.
just
always
might not have been
considered
canon.
it the
But-
extended universe. It's
I never. No.
I love
No,
it. Extend
no.
it. Be
No.
part of my universe, but it's not my universe.
No,
It's the way Lucas felt. That is exactly how George Lucas felt.
Yeah, but it's all canon though until Disney shit over it. That's why I hate a
Wasn't
reading.
George
A lot of the
Star
books
Wars.
are no
Actually,
longer canon.
anything Skywalker, I hate a reading about. So I'm like, how is this motherfucker? When does this motherfucker sleep?
Yeah.
I mean, he's always in trouble. They're
Agree.
all the
Agreed.
core group is always in it's like Scooby Doo. Like Christ, when are you ever gonna get to your
mean,
mom's house? Like, what the fuck?
and some of the good ones, like
What do you want to hear about the Skywalkers and their nice vacation?
Yes, I want to hear about
Luke
all...
got ketchup stains from the corn dog dripping onto his fucking.
I would
Star Wars
read a book
outfit.
where it's just like 4 chapters of Han with dehydrated hangover shits.
that would be good. I like
Oh my
I
God.
see George.
I just learned something new
He
today.
smells on his
Harrison
shit.
Ford's like, "Oh, God damn it, come on now.
Spaceballs.
Get off my
The
ball."
main character when oh god, what's his name that
Lone
wrote
Star.
those movies?
Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks. He went to George Lucas. He was like, "Hey, I want to do this parody," and George Lucas said, "I'm down with it. You just can't make your main character look like Han and dress like Han." So he based it off of what's his other fucking character for George Lucas with the whip.
Oh, Indiana Jones.
And if you look, he's dressed up like Indiana
That's
Jones.
funny. I've never thought about that before.
That's actually pretty funny.
That's hilarious.
What a way to
Of
be
course,
like.
Mel Brooks would too. He's like, oh,
Oh,
just
yeah.
pick the exact
All right.
opposite Han Solo in the 1940s or whatever.
He is now
Mel Brooks
Indiana
don't give a
Jones.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Oh.
I fucking love Mel Brooks. Derek turned
wait.
me on to Young Frankenstein back in the day.
Frankenstein.
Sorry. So Derek,
Igel.
Jesus. So what's your take on Kenobi?
I'm enjoying it, and I'm not trying to look for reasons to hate it. Just like, oh, plot hole or whatever. Just take it for what it is. It's fucking Disney Star Wars. Move on.
I like it. I'm enjoying it. I don't.
It's fun. It's
I'm enjoying
entertaining.
it. I don't
Is it the greatest you've ever
really-
seen? No.
like.
I haven't seen it, so I
There's
have
a
no
lot to-
opinion.
oh, okay. It's kind of hard to explain. Like, I enjoy it, but I don't like it. I like it, but I'm not in like with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't like it.
Yeah. Oh, you see something funny?
I don't like it.
Do you see the?
And this is the problem.
There's 3 Vaders. Do you see that? The picture? There's a stunt Vader that does all the fights, and there's another Vader that's a body guy who does all the stuff, like actually walking and gesturing. And I'm like, and the
Oh.
question is, what the fuck is Hayden Christensen
It's
even
not Hayden?
doing? I thought that was Hayden Christensen in all those scenes. I sincerely did. Because why the fuck wouldn't it be?
That's so disappointing to hear that.
No
right
shit,
now.
dude. That's why it was so like, hey, I'm involved. Who gives a fuck?
Oh man.
Yeah, isn't it a
Then,
bummer?
like, he's been in like 2. He's been in the back to tank and on the fucking
Yeah, I think yeah. So he's just there to
on
be
the cliff.
burned.
My favorite part was when he was on the cliff.
That was creepy. That was creepy. Do you
I have no idea. I haven't seen it, so.
you seen any of the Star Wars?
So
No.
this is my
Dave's
problem.
never watched Star Wars before.
This
At
is my
all,
problem.
No, not a single Star Wars. Not ever.
Not ever.
No.
So you don't know what a Jedi is, right?
I don't know what a Jedi is.
Okay, cool.
Dan,
I
shut
know the term
fuck
the
up.
Jedi came from Egypt, though, and they were high priests of the temple orders of the, like, the pyramids and stuff.
Also, George Lucas stole it from Princess of Mars, which is John Carter.
I've seen
Jedi.
some Star Wars, John.
Isn't
I've
that
seen
fun?
Star Wars.
It's
I'm
also
playing
the
with you.
Dune. He stole
Hey,
from
oh,
Dune.
so you've never seen a lightsaber? You want to see a lightsaber real quick? It's a lot shorter than they tell you. It's a
Show
lot
me.
pinker.
I want to see.
Does it vibrate?
And show dear.
Let's show you. It's a little saltier than they tell you.
I don't think there's
Tasted a lightsaber? Close your eyes.
Close your eyes. This lightsaber actually goes in your mouth.
I don't want to make you go blind with this brightness.
Why is it going?
But don't worry about that.
An elegant weapon for what does he say?
I don't know.
Elegant time or something?
Yeah, an elegant weapon for a more civilized time.
Just pulls his
Yeah,
dick
when
out.
we hacked each other apart with
So
swords,
that-
it was very civilized.
Yeah,
It was much more civilized, trust me.
that's my problem with Star Wars. Is just like those George Lucas movies like had intent. They were all one person's vision. He had a plan, and now they're just like contradicting themselves, like making more
Well,
plot
yeah.
holes even worse.
It's become hey, it's for kids. Honestly,
It is definitely for kids, but
but honestly, it wasn't
Tricks
for
are
kids to
for
begin with.
kids. Star Wars is for adults too.
it's for families. It's it's always
Hence
been for
the
kids.
Star Wars Legos behind you. Yes.
It's always been
The
for
argument
families.
is very
Kids must enjoy it, but adults can also enjoy it. There's no reason adults can't enjoy something.
Adults
But
are what made it
I'm
what it is
starting
today.
to not enjoy it,
Yeah. Good. Yeah. That's all I'm excited
and
for.
that's what I'm really worried about because I'm probably not going to watch the new Andor series.
Become the
next
grumpy
one.
old man. Do it. Become the grumpy
I'm
old
grumpy.
guy.
Lane
I'm
was
grumpy about
literally
this
in
one.
my vehicle like last month at some point, and I think we were driving camping. Had an 89.7 that Reverend goes, "Is this what new music has come to?"
Oh, Jesus.
I did,
And he just like
so
ran
terrible.
for 5 minutes. I was like, "Man, you sound old."
It was some Stan fucking
To be
Marsh
fair,
shit. Like
new music
I just
sucks.
hear
Yep.
shit. I hear shit.
Shh, we're making fun of him. Shut up. Hey, Lane.
I'm defending that. I'm a
so,
grumpy old man now too,
like,
where I hear shit I'm like, this is trash.
Music sucks. So
how
does
old are you,
Star
Lane, now?
Wars.
You're 35 now?
I am 35.
Yeah, small town 35 is like city 60.
That's probably true. That's so true.
I don't like the new Star Wars. This is what kids are
Hail
listening to.
Satan. Okay, I just can't stand Star Wars anymore. Like honestly, that's the
I'm
way.
proud of you,
Whoa.
Lane.
What I was
I'm proud
what I was
of you.
expecting out of this series. Was
You told
like,
us for weeks.
If it comes to it, if it comes to
this
the
series
Qui-Gon
sucks
hello
and
there,
it ends with hearing Qui-Gon Jinn, it'll have made it worth it, and I will love it.
no,
End quote.
he has to say hello there. Qui-Gon says hello there. And
Isn't
that's
Qui-Gon dead?
yeah.
But he's been sent on a mission by Yoda.
No, it's on a mission by Darth Maul.
That was the whole thing. The only reason this series exists because at the end of Revenge of the
Kenobi's
Sith,
sent on a mission.
Yoda says,
Side quest.
"Mission I have for you, old master
Qui-Gon gets
Qui-Gon.
sent.
You must communicate with. You know, like
So
That's canon.
So here's the thing.
it is.
I-
That
as-
should have been the series.
As someone who's never watched any of it, what if they're just like they're giving you like a little taste of like, here's another favorite character, watch the next season. Here's another favorite character, watch
well,
the
they
next
keep
That's
thing.
teasing
what
it
they're
though
doing,
too because
and they're
Obi's
just
always like, Master.
They're just gonna keep continuing things. It's like what happened to Marvel, where they're like, here's the next thing. Just keep consuming this product. Just keep watching it. Just keep
It's-
watching it. Oh, you fucking love it, and they're just diluting anything good
More
to
consumption.
turn it into
I
consumption.
hope,
Star
you don't, I hope
Wars.
you don't think you're the first person to think of that.
I don't think I'm the first person to think of that, but like,
no, 100%.
He's right.
Honestly, have you seen the new Multiverse of Madness?
no.
Yeah, neither have I. I don't give a fuck. Like, the only reason I watch new Spider-Man is because it's on HBO for free.
The last time I like was into
Spider-Man
something,
was different.
Or whatever.
Spider-Man was it had
It's,
all the
it's
Spider-Man.
still a superhero movie that I'm like, I should be hyped. I don't give a fuck.
See,
Yeah,
that happened with
I
like
don't
the Aliens
either.
stuff with me, where like I love the Aliens series, or like the first three. The third one wasn't that good.
No.
It wasn't. And then the fourth one was like, dude, you really no. But then they tried to do like the Prometheus, and then like they restarted it, and I still watched all of them because I was like, I like aliens. I'll see what this is about. But like the whole time I was like, what the fuck? And then they're like just a little tease for the next thing, and then like it's ruined because that. They just tried to milk it for more than it's worth, and they're like, "Here's some nostalgia. Do you like this nostalgia? Oh, we're gonna throw it." But it is just trash.
If they want to do it right,
And I
they're-
still spent my money on it, John. That's the problem.
Easter eggs.
if they're
course
gonna-
you did.
If they
Yeah.
want to reboot Aliens right, they're going to lean hard into H.R. Geiger's, real work. Have you seen H.R. Geiger's?
The
got
artist
some
that
art-
developed
Comic
everything?
books and stuff.
No, just the
No.
art.
Dude, you need to
he's got some weird shit.
Dude, it's very sexual,
The-
extremely sexual,
Wow.
biomechanical
They
stuff.
don't have to go there with it, but
They're
there's
like, hey, if you're gonna do it, fucking do it.
there's actual like comic books and a couple books that they made that were very, very good as far as an Aliens like follow-up stuff would go. And basically, it takes off where like Aliens 2, ended, and like Hicks and Newt are years later. They're actually like involved now with like the whole alien thing, but they're older. Blah, blah. Cool ass stories. Earth gets overrun by aliens, like all this shit. And it would have been a really cool series because it kind of like, I mean, there was fan fiction cheese, but like at the same time, it was still an alien story versus like the new Prometheus stuff where it's like, oh, we're gonna get into like our robots people.
Yeah, there's always potential,
David, I'm gonna but like
but they fuck it up somehow.
yeah.
Which reminds me, there was a new Avatar trailer not that long ago.
I saw there's a trailer. I didn't watch it yet.
You never saw it?
No.
I mean, it just looks,
yeah.
it just looks like Avatar. Does anyone
Years later.
No one cares or whatever. Yeah.
I mean, shit, it's like 15 years later almost.
Yeah, I think it's more than that, honestly.
I think we were graduated from college, or at least I was. When that
Yeah,
was-
we went to that at Westroads when Westroads.
Yeah,
saw
we all
the
lived together on
fucking
50th and
theater
Dodge,
shit.
so that's less than 15 years ago. I
And we
believe.
saw it in like 3D. It was like the coolest thing. This was before The Hobbit and shit. Fucking ruined
Yeah.
3D for me.
Like, what, 2010 maybe?
Oh, the Hobbits. That's another thing. Oh, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And that's trash. That's trash now.
What's that?
Yeah, but at least that wasn't them like trying to continue
Check it.
something that didn't already exist.
That's
Like,
cool.
the book has been written for a long time.
So-
But they
Okay.
still ruined the fuck out of the book. And then, like, same with the Wheel of Time saga.
Yeah.
Oh, you were
trash.
pissed about that.
Oh, I'm still pissed about that.
God.
Are they even
will-
renewing that? I mean,
I
do you
don't think
care?
I don't think they can.
I liked it
because
because I didn't know any better.
it's trash.
A lot of people at work would say the same thing. They're like, "Well, I've read that people are mad, but I don't know anything about the book, so I like it." And I'm like,
Like, well, then you're dumb.
if we all were in the office together,
Are you
But
personally
honestly,
attacking me?
honestly,
Yes.
they'll get
Yes, I'm
rehired.
attacking you
John,
right now.
I'm
Yes.
telling you, instead of personally attacking you, I'm giving you an opportunity to read
So-
the books.
Yeah.
It sounds
So that
like
you
they'll
can
get a
read it, and
second
then you'll
season.
see
I'm
what
not
the
going
fuck
to read
we're
all
talking
25 books, thank you.
It's 14, I think.
I thought it
Oh,
was,
that's better.
and with the prequel 15.
it's
But honestly, though,
it's so good.
if normal people
That was
like
only
it,
11.
people that haven't read the books, which I'm calling normal people right now, or Control, did they get a second season?
Even if they liked it for not knowing the books, it was a trash show and they couldn't continue it because they just trashed it. Like literally, they took so many like plots and then they're like, all right, here's the plots of the book. We're gonna like take them all these other directions, and there's not gonna be a way to bring them all together.
Like, we're just basically gonna have a loose construct of the world that was created, and we're gonna write our own fucking storyline.
That makes no sense. Why would you go immediately off of plot? When there's like, you have 14 books.
Why would you
They
take
didn't follow
one
the
of the
source
coolest
material at
characters
all.
and turn him into a sniveling
I mean, like,
little bitch? I don't know.
The core storyline of this guy will become this person and this will happen.
So-
They've stuck to that, and they've kept names. Other than that, it's a different story.
There is no
Seriously?
way that Matt becomes a great general with how they set him up.
So
Because he is there's so much. I'm not even...
what I wonder also about the dust,
Oh, the wheel of... his dark works?
dark material.
Dark material, yeah.
Oh,
Did that
I
ever
haven't
happen?
heard about that.
Was that on
His dark materials?
Was it on?
I never watched that.
I love that show.
Was it with the books or whatever?
I started season 2.
I never read the
read
books,
the
so I couldn't
books.
tell you. But I've told you about the series, and you said it sounds pretty close to
You
the
were
books.
saying some things that, like, yes,
The
that happened in the books.
episodes
And
that
happened
I
in the
watched
books.
with him, I think I only watched like 3 or 4 episodes with him for the first season, but they were actually
in series. So, like, you
Yeah.
watched the movie.
Renewed for
not the
season
original
3.
movie, the first.
But I'm just saying, like, yeah, you
Yeah.
know, that's the first book.
But the first book, from what I watched, they actually did a good job of keeping pretty close to the material. Now we'll
The
see
dark
where it goes.
materials.
His
Yeah.
dark materials.
Where it goes, I don't know. But that's actually what I should probably watch. See, this is why I didn't mind
that's
watching
good,
The
that's good,
Boys.
okay,
Because The Boys is kind of fun.
Oh, I think that's on a list.
So they think that it'll be about the end of this year. Season 3 will come out.
Do you think they're going to try to kill God?
Is that the end of the series then? Is that series finale? Because that's what I've been waiting for. I didn't want to start it and have to wait years.
I don't know.
I'm gonna start binging it this fall probably.
They'll probably stretch it out to season 4, I bet.
It'll probably be the spring. I'll probably watch 3 seasons and then it'll be like one more season next year.
He's got to mainline it. Oh, fuck. Keep that subscription.
That's what I'm waiting for on.
Has
Boys.
anybody here watched The Boys yet?
That's what I'm waiting.
Yeah, I actually started The Boys a couple of
Is
Can
that
I
what
tell
they
you
did
one of the
last
first
week?
scenes that happened?
Is that what they did mid-season finale?
Do you remember at one of the last episodes in season 2 when they go to like what looks like it might be a jail, but it's actually like a testing facility, and that girl like they accidentally blow a hole in the door, she gets out and like releases all the other prisoner people.
I have
But
not.
they meet the
that.
Lantern or whatever his name is,
Ah,
and that's when what's the skinny ass dude they always make fun of? Huey, he's in the vehicle when that guy blows it back with his force, and he comes out and he's like been impaled on a stake or something.
yeah.
Okay, so that facility, do you recall the guy that could shrink himself?
Oh, I saw that GIF. That's pretty fucked up.
The one who dives in the vagina?
That's not a vagina.
This is really funny.
Oh.
You're good.
He's I think he's bi at the very least,
Well,
maybe
he's-
full on gay. He has a lover, and they go to do a bunch of coke, and the guy's like, "I want you inside me." And then he lays his
What?
hard on the table, and he shrinks down, goes into his hard on, and right before that happens, he like sneezes and kind of makes a little weird face because they're doing coke and shit. Well, he's inside the guy's dick hole. He's like, "Oh, how's this feel?" You know, touching the walls and shit. And he's like, "Go to the prostate." Oh.
But they can communicate with
And then
each
the guy
other?
sneezes, and he goes full size and just blows the guy up. And he's just like, his upper torso is just like, wow. The death scenes in this show are great. Like, there's just so probably much
Well,
more
yeah, the
realistic
first
stuff.
death
Great.
is because they stuck a bomb up the guy's butt and blew him up.
Oh, the
The
invisible,
invisible
cunt.
guy. The invisible cunt, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some funny things where I was like, what the fuck is this? All right.
I've heard it's a good show.
It's-
I've been meaning to
I've
watch
been
it.
Oh, man,
entertained
it's a
by
great
it so
show.
It's on
far,
season
yeah.
3 right now, and it's about to end.
No, just started.
Yeah, they're,
But
I
this
think
is the
tomorrow
finale?
episode
No, it
4
just
will be
started.
released.
No, is
Out
it
of
like
probably
the season
8
finale,
episodes,
like the
I
final
think.
season, like
Oh,
the last
Last
season.
season. Then say,
It's the last season. It's about to end. It's the
I
don't
last
know.
season.
why
don't
you
know?
keep
What network is it on? already?
Amazon.
HBO.
Amazon?
okay.
Amazon.
Amazon Prime.
Seth Rogen's one of the producers. Of this.
Does he show up?
No.
Smoke some weed.
Not so far. Dude, they have really good actors in it. The guy that plays Homelander
Who's
is
in
like
it?
the perfect actor for that role.
So good at being a dickhead. Oh my god.
He looks like Mr. America, you know, chiseled jaw, blonde hair, combed back, and
Yeah.
he also just has that prick look on his face all the time.
Isn't it based off of comics?
It's based off comics.
So the comics probably go on forever.
Well, the
for a
comics are
while.
from like really old.
They might not go on forever because, like, at a certain point, people who are good writers are like, nah, it ends here.
Yeah, there's
And
always
that's how
an
you make
ending in
something
sight,
stop
you
in a
know?
good way.
Yeah, but that has not been the case in the past long.
No, I know.
Very few shows fucking stop.
Yes, and that's why they end up, like,
You know,
losing out.
before they get bad, then just get
So
canceled.
what was the best show that stopped?
Breaking Bad.
I can't think of one.
I
I
like
would say
Breaking Bad a
Breaking
lot.
Bad.
They
Breaking
saw
Bad
it.
or Seinfeld?
never saw it.
Rugrats.
Rugrats.
Well, they went that far though to introduce Dill.
They did do all that other bullshit.
You know,
Malcolm in the Middle.
Actually,
Actually, I don't remember.
Also
Anything
introduced
with Bryan
another
Cranston.
baby. What?
Anything with Bryan Cranston.
No,
Bryan Cranston's on Seinfeld.
Didn't
he
Oh,
is
that's
on
right.
Seinfeld.
didn't they end Breaking Bad with Bryan Cranston waking up from his dream while he's in Malcolm in
Eric
the Middle?
Foreman's mom is on Seinfeld.
That was a side like end for that.
I
where
mean,
they
that's
did
like
that for fun.
it's in the multiverse, honestly.
That's
Well,
awesome.
I just remember that was like a funny thing they released for like he wakes up and he's in the Malcolm in the Middle again. He's like, I just had the weirdest dream. I was like, that's nice. Well played.
I mean,
That was obviously a
both
side
both
end to
shows
Breaking Bad.
were quite great.
Yes.
Has there been any other great shows besides Breaking Bad and Malcolm?
There's
in
a lot of
the
great
Middle?
animes.
I
That's
haven't
in a
watched that many
different class,
animes.
though.
Yeah, that's
You
a
could take
big difference.
animes forever. You know, there's always stories to tell, right?
Alf.
Oh, fuck you. I don't like Alf.
He eats cats, man.
Yeah, man, I don't like.
You
someone
don't
that
need a
eats-
little kitty every once in a while?
Where's Bast right now?
I don't want to eat. I don't want someone that eats
Dude,
cats.
now
living
that you're
in my
thinking
attic.
about it, where's Bast?
I think he's outside.
Is there some weird alien
haven't
out there
seen
who
him.
wants to like tell jokes and eat your
It's
cat?
only in Antarctica. That's why you can't go over to the middle of Antarctica. Alf lives in a big hole.
Because a whale? You have to. That's why you read up on a sperm whale. I thought.
What?
What the fuck are you on right now?
Nothing. I'm just talking
You are
about
all over the fucking place. Are you that fucked
on
up?
sperm
That's
whales.
a song that
I'm-
was written,
dude,
a
I'm
parody
drinking-
of a song that we wrote with our old neighbors from like 15 years ago.
Oh, because that's a good reference.
And I'm drinking. Yeah, Derek understood it. I'm drinking.
Isn't that to like
Twist.
That's some
went
Andy
to the
Kaufman
desert
shit
on
right
a
there.
horse with no name? Is that the song you
Yeah.
guys? Yeah.
Yeah, Dan heard it.
Rode
I
upon a
remember.
sperm whale.
It's dope.
Inside jokes are great for podcasts.
The listeners are. I love it because I know someone that's listening loves it.
So one guy.
Yep.
Well,
Some
right.
young
Oh,
guy.
There's one.
Our one listener.
Who's our fan? Who is he?
I don't know. Email us at trash.com.
Wait, if you have the only fan come in to be a guest, does it cause a singularity in the black hole?
Probably.
No.
The universe is going to explode.
Any one of our
It's
guests.
like putting a
are
bag of holding
always
instead of a
welcome
bag of
on.
holding.
We've
Don't ever
always
do that.
we've always welcomed guests on anytime they're allowed to come on.
Fuck it, you
What
blew
happened
right
to your
past
guest
the joke.
who, like,
that was
was
a
just your beer
fantastic
girl?
joke.
What are you talking about? Both of you guys
Asshole.
asked me something at once.
What happened to your girl that was like your beer girl guest?
Pandemic.
What was it was right before the pandemic. I don't remember her name, but she wanted to suck each one of our dicks.
I mean,
Most
that's,
likely.
you should have kept her around, man.
Yeah.
Thursday night is dick
Get in the
sucking
closet. Get the gimp.
Well, we could always
2.5 minutes in heaven.
turn that ad back on, really, because it was just like an ad like for a bartender, I think.
night. You don't have her number? You didn't keep that around? It's just like, hey, we'll
Oh
go.
no, she's following the podcast.
Her name's Vicky?
See, this is why you
Vicky
guys aren't
Valancourt.
getting your dick
It
sucked,
could've
because you
been.
forgot her name.
Vicky Valancourt showed
No,
me
I
the
feel
movies.
like it was
I like
something
them
with a
too.
T. It was like,
Vicky Vale.
yeah,
That's
maybe.
Batman.
It might have been. Vicky. It could have been a Vicky.
I feel like you guys
are
are missing
logging
out on
on
something great
Facebook
that could have
right
been
now?
here.
Yeah, that'd be pretty nice.
Instead of Neva under here licking peanut butter, we could have had Vicky under here licking peanut butter.
Dan, stop
Sucking-
talking about it.
Sucking and or laughing at my dick.
That's Neva.
Oh
we're
yeah,
talking
that's right.
about.
That's what she
It's
said.
very telling, John.
Back to the boys.
I'm
Was
talking
that-
about the boys, baby.
Was that what we were talking about
It's
before
kind of
that?
jumped around, but the boys.
Vicky Lynn.
Vicky Lynn, we miss you.
Message her up.
Oh my god.
What?
Hi guys. Hey, I'm corona free, so do I get to be on this show? I put my tuner knobs on so I could dial the show in better.
God damn right.
And here's
Vicky.
a picture she took of herself.
God damn
That's her
right.
tuner
Show
knobs.
me the picture. Show me the picture.
Why is she not one of our best friends?
Oh my god, I forgot about
What?
this.
I don't really see anything. It's all
The tuner knobs, man.
it's all super tiny. Wait.
Oh, they're not tiny.
Is it one or more boobs?
It's not raw boobage. It's just she's got some light up shit underneath her tits or under her shirt.
That's funny. Hey, yeah, caller. What the fuck are we doing?
That was literally right before COVID.
Well, she's COVID free, and you guys have ignored her for like 2 years now.
I feel like we
How
should,
much that hurts.
This is
I
true.
feel like we should all open a bar just to do podcasts in the back room once a week and have a ladies' service.
I mean, I don't want to open a bar. That sounds like a lot of work. Unless we do it where, like, literally today we're only serving vodka. That's what you're drinking. That's all you're getting. So we don't have to deal with people's, like, orders and shit.
Not
You
a
just-
nice bar.
No. But
In
that'll be
fact, it's an honor system. There's just some guy with a gun watching you.
No, that's the thing. Like, you come in. This is
a
what we're-
spitting bar.
Yeah,
you know?
it's a spitting bar. But, like, this is what we're
The
serving
salty
you today.
spittoon.
If you don't want to drink our drinks, you don't have to come here. It'll be like a thing where we're the mean bar. We're like, what are we getting tonight? Fuck if I know. We're walking
Hold on.
in.
What if it's a
You're
bar?
getting a gun to your head. You get the fuck
Hold
out.
on.
We're doing heroin tonight.
What about the idea of a bar, like a strip club, where you bring your own booze, but like it's just a regular bar with just like sports on the TV and just hanging out, but just bring your own beer?
It's called a strip club.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
but
saying,
there's no strippers. It's just a
so
hangout
that's
spot.
that's what I'm saying. The stripper, but no strippers.
Is there
it's
anyone,
like a strip club?
Is there anyone there
but
like
no strippers.
regulating?
Isn't that what we do here?
No, this is where all the weird stuff's going to
Granted,
happen.
I don't have sports on TV, but we watch stuff.
We could. Well, why don't we have sports on?
I feel like we need a warehouse for this to work properly.
A warehouse?
Yeah.
Just us in the middle of this warehouse. It's all echoing and shit.
Yeah, and then like you
And
can
it's
be
still,
like,
it's still laying all this shit piled on the table.
Like, if you
could
wanna sit
put
down, bring camp chairs.
All of that on. We could put that little effect on it too, though. Honestly, a warehouse effect.
Ugh, no.
What?
Ugh,
You
no.
could.
Britt from work did that. Britt from JS did that.
Of course he did.
Yeah, he had this podcast called Drink Talk. Real original, where they drink whatever alcohol and talk about it and have their podcast. And they're like 2.5 hour long podcasts with just random ass guests that have nothing to do. Anyway, he put
Sounds like our podcast.
he put the
I mean,
fucking
it's kind of like what
no,
we
but
do.
he put the fucking reverberation on it, so it sounded like they're in a fucking theater on every podcast. When it's like they're just like in the back room, in like a room like this.
Sounds like
It was insane.
pigs in space.
I was like, how fucking like.
Yeah, that would be
Ugh.
unnecessary. Why? You don't need to throw effects on it. We're just Jesus. We're just.
Well, guys,
What
I
is
only
this?
brought one
Is this
truly.
Dan?
Who wants $3 for a beer?
You can just grab one out of the fridge
Yeah,
instead.
I
Or
don't
just
know
start
what's
with
in
$1.
Why don't you act like Vicky and show me how bad you want that beer?
I put $3 on the table.
Welcome to what?
Welcome to Vicky. What?
Bixby. Fucking bullshit.
I'm going home grabbing Coors or Stella.
Hey, I'll take a Coors.
I'll take Coors.
So that's Coors, isn't it?
Coors.
What else is in there?
So, anyways,
Oh, Dan, have you heard my impression of Batman having sex with Batman?
I have not, but go on.
That
Okay,
is
you-
Wolverine's mask. It's
you got-
two Batmans kissing.
You gotta put your you gotta put your head.
No,
so
I'm here.
Batman having
DC
sex
fucking with Marvel.
with Bat.
Making his
Oh,
best
wait, there we go.
character.
Batman having sex with Batman. That's it. That's all. That's all. I heard that like 10 years ago.
You forgot to throw in Alfred.
Rico! Hockey pads. That came out. I went. I remember I lost my voice doing her
Speaking of
peels doing
Batman,
that
did
for
you
like
guys
2
see the
days.
new Batman?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I rented it from Redbox.
You finally saw
I
it?
finally saw it.
Oh wow, we saw that in theaters.
Wasn't it free on HBO?
Whatever, it was $1.50. But either way,
Fuck, okay.
it was pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
It was pretty damn
It
good.
wasn't bad.
It wasn't like
Old school.
nice.
Two Batmans kissing is Wolverine.
No, it was a fine movie. I liked it. It wasn't like, anything like any more movies just fail to wow me. I'm sorry, movies just they failed. But
Yeah.
it was a good movie.
It was a return to form of what Batman actually is.
Gotham
It's
actually
detective.
looked like Gotham.
Yeah.
He's the world's
It
greatest
felt-
detective.
It was dark. It felt like it was just,
Yeah.
He was Kurt Cobain. That's who they based the character off of.
That is
He
true.
was pretty emo.
Did you think it could have been shorter?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yes.
Yeah.
Holy
That's my
shit.
like number one thing. Like
There was
it
some
could-
stuff where like
It could have ended when they caught him, and
Yeah.
they didn't have to do the whole thing, and they could have left it just the way it was.
Yeah, they could have been like, you
Ended
got
there,
him, and it
you
would have
know?
been fine. But no, I had this master plan
have-
where I'm flooding the city. And it's like, no, you didn't need that, man.
I have one.
You could have kept it minor, where he's just still a bad serial killer.
Yeah, and
They
he
could-
could
yeah.
have fucked Zoe Kravitz. What would have been cool with that?
Thank you for thanks that. That is the one thing I didn't like about that movie was Zoe Kravitz being what 5'1" and 100 pounds, like kicking people's asses and stuff. Like,
We've talked about this on the
I mean,
show.
I think they
yeah,
could have.
because it still.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I think last time it was with fucking.
It's momentum. Maybe he
John's afraid of a strong woman.
he was playing
Yeah,
with her too, though.
no such thing.
I think
Oh,
the best part about some of the Michael Keaton ones, I think they are when he takes the like cape and he like takes the girl or whatever. He could have just done that once with Zoe Kravitz. To like show that like
Maybe they had that little motorcycle race
maybe we
scene.
fucked or whatever. Yeah, but a motorcycle is not
I'm
the
gonna
same as like
Sexy with my motorcycle.
a fucking transition. Speaking of that,
We're gonna wear our
Obi-Wan,
masks while we do it.
Can we get
really seals in the flavor.
can we get a
God.
fucking fade transition?
Yeah, we
A
already talked
little
about that.
wipe.
We already talked about the wipes
know.
last week.
Were you going into Dune? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's still Star Wars.
No, in Obi-Wan they don't have the
Dune
wipes.
was
the
better than
cool-
Star Wars.
Yeah, no shit.
It honestly probably will.
Oh,
be.
dude. Yeah, anything.
We'll see with the second
honestly,
one.
anything after Episode 3 came out is not great. But that Dune was so good.
Dune was really good. That one actually, that made me happy about movies for a short bit of time because I was like, you guys did a good job with this.
I saw this statistic that
Good job.
He said it right.
Maverick, Top Gun Maverick,
Yeah.
I want to
and
see that.
Stranger Things were trended higher
Yeah.
than Kenobi.
Yeah, probably.
Well, because
Dude, the new episode, the new season of Stranger Things is fucking
did you watch it?
insane. Do I binge? I had to. It was so fucking good.
Yeah.
all right, so I'll watch it.
That
better
first
than
episode
Star
when it
Wars.
ends, I was just like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Better,
what the
better
fuck?
than Kenobi.
Oh yeah,
Well, wasn't the
Okay.
main bad guy a Lich King
more or less
based
They-
off D&D's Lich King?
Vecna.
No, yeah, Vecna, Dark Sorcerer. But here's the cool part is though.
Vecna,
this
do you
is
know what
the-
Vecna is? Have you
a
listened
dark-
to
a dark sorcerer.
Well, no. Have you
the fir-
listened?
They
the
talk
first-
about it in the show. Yeah,
first
Tell
I'm aware
us.
of who
The
he
first
is.
part is out. The second part comes out July 1st.
It's only 2 episodes.
It's only 2 episodes, but they're wrapping up. I'm like,
and
They're
that's-
gonna have one more episode or season. They
And
said.
that's the
Really?
end.
One
Or
more
no,
season.
There's another
Oh,
season
shit.
after this.
One more. They
I
said
figured
that
this is the wrap-up
they
season.
actually wrote the entire story arc right off the bat before the first series or episode or season came out, and they had hoped to do it in 3 seasons, and then they realized quickly like shit, we got to go longer than that. So they actually have one big homogenous story, and then if you start reading into some of the stuff online about the current season, you start realizing Vecna is actually probably teased in the very first season.
yeah. That's what I'm like. Well,
Yeah.
what the fuck is the mind flayer then? What is the big tentacle fucker? I'm like, oh, there's so much.
Well,
Dude, that's how good it was.
The
So,
podcast
it's all-
I've been listening to, they're finally getting into Vecna's story. They've had a little touch with Vecna before, and now they're getting into it. And this is some like deep nerd stuff. Apparently, the D&D podcast that's been going since like 2015 or 16, I'm catching up on because I have free time at work where I just get to listen to shit all day. And wow, it's good. There's some silly things, but now they're getting into like actual Vecna stuff, and I'm like, oh. What
A demon lord is what you're talking
Well,
about.
he was a human, right? He was a mortal, and then he decided that he didn't want to be mortal, so he started playing with like necromancy and like got so far into necromancy where he almost like ascended to godhood, but not quite. So the gods started fucking with him, and now he's
A
like
demigod.
demigod, but an undead lich basically. So he's
Voldemort.
he's Voldemort on like extra. It's pretty fun.
In Stranger Things in this season, he doesn't choose to. He kind of gets. So it seems like Elle, which they've teased for a while, is the
I've
one
never
that
seen a moment of
maybe
Stranger
invented the Upside Down.
Yeah.
But when you first see it, when she banishes the guy who becomes Vecna to this area, it's nothing but like a.
Dan hasn't seen it.
I haven't seen a single fucking episode.
So she opens a portal to hell, and I think this guy basically then creates the Upside Down out of the environment he's banished to. That's not teasing anything. That's just conjecture.
Do I don't even give a fuck. I'm curious though.
Wow, you are fucked up.
No, I'm
You're
not.
slurring and mumbling. I'm listening to you be fucked up.
I'm drinking Twisted Tea.
You said as a sentence.
No.
Get to the
I am good to know. Tell me
So
about
who
Stranger
wants to get into
Things.
Stranger Things ourselves and order some Mimosa Hostilis root bark and make some DMT and then like just smoke that shit and find out what's really in the other world?
We could do all
Fuck,
that.
hey, dude.
If you guys will order the mimosa, I'll make it work.
Mimosa.
Mimosa Hostilis root bark.
Yeah, I don't know where to get that.
You order it online.
Why don't you order it?
I might have ordered it before. I don't want to keep ordering it.
Oh, fuck. Oh, online or online?
Online.
Hey, who
It's a
fucking
plant.
riled her up?
It's a purple dye, okay? It's a dye that you can turn your
You have
clothes
to
purple.
buy it on the...
No.
Oh, okay.
No, you just buy it and then
Does anybody here watch Letterkenny?
no.
Alright. Because Shorzy came out and it's really good.
What's that? Just some other fucking.
It's a spin-off. Yeah, whatever. It's very good. If you don't watch it, I'm not going to talk about it.
Spin-off?
It's so good.
Anybody watch Jersey Shore?
No.
No, I don't either.
Oof.
You can check yourself out right now.
I've never seen it. I just thought it would be funny to
I've heard
ask.
good things.
I've heard good things. I saw the South Park episode that made fun of it, so you know, I feel like I know what I'm talking about.
I beat the shit out of that guy. It's a Jersey thing.
What does it mean? I don't know, man.
crazy thing.
You cabbage. You cabbage.
Muff
It
cabbage.
sounds terrible.
Oh, South
I
Park
fucking
did
love that
such a
episode.
good job of making fun of Jersey
Oh.
Shore.
Yeah,
Everything
I
up,
forgot
everything
that
up to Colorado was just West Jersey.
Yeah.
I love that
Yeah.
part. It's like a war map. It's just
Yeah.
fucking Guidos running across the country.
She's very famous. Why? I don't know. Snooky wants smoosh smoosh.
Oh god, that was terrifying.
Oh, it was, that was a
That's
great.
what I remember is
Yeah.
the Snooki monster. I remember the Snooki monster.
Well, there is the
movie
situation-
more than like what Snooki looks
They
like.
captured the
honestly.
situation and they were like trying to torture him, but like he's just sitting there with like his shirt up so his abs are showing, and like they're like, "What are you guys doing?" He's like, "Oh no, man, it's like a Joycey thing," and then they're like punching him. And he's like, "What does it mean? It's just a Joycey thing. What does that mean?" And like Stan Marsh is torturing him. It's great. Like
That's awesome.
it's a classic. So
I still do that voice, that Snooki voice, really good. That I'm not gonna try.
Snooky wants smoosh smoosh.
You want smoosh smoosh?
yeah,
I fucking love that. And then Kyle turning it, and he's like just like spinning in circles, like ripping his sleeves off and putting gel in his
Gel
hair.
Like, what am I, Mom? What am I?
It's like he's turned to a werewolf, but he's doing it to himself.
He's turning into a
And
Guido.
he's got a bunch of like leather bracelets, ripped his sleeves off, and you just the weird like tall hair Guido thing, and puts
Yeah.
a chain
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Like, as he puts a chain over.
Asks his
so
mom like what
funny.
it is. She's like, "Well, back in the day."
Oh Christ, that's probably 20 years
See,
old.
well,
at this
speaking
point.
of South Park, what
Oh,
happened
man.
with South Park?
Yeah.
Is that still a thing?
Yeah,
it's
it's still
on
on.
Paramount now.
Okay. I
is
haven't seen
odd.
anything
They
in a
don't have it
while,
on
but
HBO
Their
anymore?
schedule
Well, it's still
is
on there,
super
but,
weird.
Like the new, he just keeps coming out with specials because everything's fucked up still, I guess, with them.
I don't know. I saw that they
Either
might
that or
also
they're
be,
like, we're still doing this, really? Okay, here's this.
I just signed a new contract not that long ago.
well, maybe they're
Christ.
just like, you know, we made fun of things so hard that now it's become reality, and we just can't make fun of it anymore because it's literally what's going on in the world.
I think they just like also
Yeah.
want to make a movie instead. I feel like I saw that headline recently.
Okay.
I feel like it should have stopped.
South Park?
That's when it was just like, stop. Like Simpsons. Fucking stop.
I don't know. I feel like they could even take a
know,
break from
I mean,
it, you know,
it's-
and like come back. Honestly,
it's still amusing, but it's not like
if they
that
took
good.
3 years off and made a fucking South Park, that would be awesome.
Like, have you seen the new one, like the new special where
Pandemic special?
It's like a
Where
couple of
Tolkien's
weeks
dad-
ago or whatever. Yeah.
where Tolkien's
It's
dad starts.
Tolkien.
I know, yeah, Tolkien. That's what I said. Tolkien's dad opens up his own farm.
Yeah.
but it's called. Was it?
I never
there's
saw
Integrity and then
credulity.
I've never seen a
Street cred because he's getting cred.
I've never seen a
credulity-
conclusion
credulity
to
word.
that.
Anyway, but I love that he's talking like this, and he's talking all normal, and the lady comes up, and it's like, oh, you see, yeah, and he starts like these code switches because that's like a really good like, oh, you're playing your part to sell your credulity weed. And it goes right back to being just
Credibility.
a fucking rich lawyer, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, so funny. It's the only thing I remember from that whole fucking two-parter was when he code switched to sell his weed.
I mean, it makes sense, but I haven't seen those ones. So I just wondered if they were still doing a thing because it's been a while since like I've paid attention to any of that.
Yeah.
But South Park was always good because they made fun of things in a proper
Yeah,
way.
I still enjoy it. It was like,
It was good satire, but
Yeah.
it's also like very time. You know, it's
Yeah.
like has a moment where Snoo or
Oh, yeah.
Snooki
Well,
was
yeah,
popular,
well, that's
you know?
why it's
Like,
called 6 days to air. They
think
make
about,
every
like,
episode in 6
a
days.
kid nowadays, like going back and like trying to watch that, like who the fuck
They'll
is...
understand where their culture is
They
now.
they don't make South Park to stand the test of time. They make to make fun of what's happening this
No,
week.
I know, and that's yeah.
You know,
I
you're
guess
go back
so.
and watch old Simpsons. It's fucking horrible.
No, The Simpsons seems like it definitely has an ending at like
It's gotta stop.
eight seasons.
Is Family Guy still going?
There's
Yes,
change
I
of
just watched a new
writers.
episode today.
It's still going?
It's still going.
God damn.
It shouldn't be. 'Cause it's kind of not that funny. It's kind of funny. Okay, it was pretty funny today. But anyway,
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are like, it was like, man, this
But
is...
they have just like a formula figured out, where they just
the
like,
manatees.
the manatees.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Adverb, verb, fucking Mad Libs and shit. It's a fucking.
but I think like the best thing that
dude.
come out of the recent seasons is this fucking ad. The best
Why
thing
are
that
you playing
the best thing
Get the
ads?
fuck out of
Our
here!
local South Park fourth graders
This is
who have
my
formed a
favorite
band.
thing to happen in
Let's
South
hear
Park.
it for
Is this the
Stanley
death metal
and
band?
Crimson Dawn.
Yeah, this is pretty funny because they're like,
Hi, Stanley.
I remember this one. And then you just get
Oh, there's our Butters.
Oh, Butters. Oh, aren't they cute?
Hi, we're Crimson Dawn, and, this is a song I wrote about living out in the country on a farm.
All right, fellas, just like we rehearsed it. And a one, and a two, and a...
They're like a bluegrass thing, too.
Jesus Christ!
This is what's called Cookie Monster metal?
I love Butters. That's fine. Get out of there.
Do not do that again.
That was fucking great. Fuck you. I was that and then they do a rehearsal in the barn too, with like the producer finds anyway. It's Dying Fetus is the band they're taken from.
So
I love his Butters. That's fine.
how do they end South
That's the
Park?
best part of South Park for the past fucking.
How
They
do
graduate.
fourth grade?
They already did that. They already did that in the future one. They had to go back in time where
I
Cartman
think
turned
they
Jewish.
just
They've
stopped
gone into the
making it.
future multiple times.
School shooting.
They
They
did,
did that.
Right now they all die.
What? I don't
This
remember
went from
school
Simpsons did it to
shooting.
South Park did it.
I don't remember there being a school shooting.
Yeah, like-
Oh yeah,
School
like,
shooting
it's
one.
like they keep having them. And
Who shoots
the adults are
middle
just like,
first
well,
episode.
that just happens.
It's like the open. It's like the first episode
Yeah.
of the last.
They're like trying to
Other
teach,
lesson,
and then
yeah.
like
See, I
there's
don't
kids
even
walking down the hall shooting. They're like, all right, just lock the door, and then they keep going on with their lesson and stuff. Yeah.
I don't
Like
remember.
Stan's mom's the only one freaking out or something like that. Doesn't anyone else?
That's
worry
right, and
about
she's
this?
just on her period.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
What's your favorite
Jesus.
episode? What's your favorite episode of South Park? Mine is the Queef.
The Queen.
We kill. Soon, my dog. We're doing better.
That's a pretty good one.
I have always enjoyed the first season. The very first episode, the aliens, is great, and then the Halloween episode is great too.
Oh, with corn.
Yeah, is that Corn?
Yeah, that's cool.
But no, I don't think Corn's in the first season.
Oh, okay, well,
No, that's the one where Chef turns into a zombie. And everybody gets pink eye. Let me give you a nice topical cream.
Then it does the Michael Jackson dance.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Oh,
You know that? I still. You know that feeling? You know that feeling?
make love
take
even
a
when I'm
huge-
dead.
This is the thing, I don't even remember the chef episodes.
You know that
honestly.
feeling when you take a huge shit? Yeah. Now picture that huge shit going right back inside you. Because the satellite comes out of his ass.
Yeah.
And then it goes back in his
Head.
ass.
You were visiting Carmen? No, I wasn't. God damn it! Why is there a 60-foot satellite dish sticking out your ass? God damn it!
And this is what the podcast becomes.
Yeah, pretty much.
So anyone, Trash Talk Omaha is just us bullshitting about things we liked back in the day.
It's Trash Talk Omaha. My favorite episode is the Imagination.
Oh, and
The whole
You're not
series.
gonna rape
will-
us, are you?
It's a whole series.
three-parter.
Yeah, three-parter, but like I don't know if it was their first 3-parter, but it was like in there where like they had I feel like they had mastered the art of like a series, whatever.
That
It was
wasn't
just
the
a great-
first one, but they
It was
did,
just it was just great of Butters
all
like
started-
having to be in like this fucking Narnia world of like imagination.
I like that
and
they
Jesus
brought
with an
back.
M60.
land, you know. Just
I like that they brought back the like Barry the Bear, Squirrely the Squirrel,
it's
the
like
satanic
because
bear,
everyone
animal-
imagined it. You
Yeah.
know, it's the perfect Fantasia. You
They're
know?
like, oh,
and
there's some.
Butters is the chosen one. Although, yeah, I'm thinking about the Coon is really good too.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I'm over here.
Well, remember they
Cthulhu's
started
in the
doing
Coon.
Yeah,
South
Cthulhu.
Park started doing continued episodes at the Lord episode. That's when they
yeah.
very first started doing those carryover episodes.
Lord.
Lord?
And-
I
yeah,
am Lord.
When
Randy
Oh,
is actually Lord.
yeah.
Yeah, because
Lord, Lord.
that took it from
And
episodic.
then I put the
to,
beats in and the synchronizer, and then it's a song.
That's when they took the entire series from episodic to a backstory universe, if you will.
Because
Yeah,
they
like
always,
a cohesive
they
thing.
used to,
Cohesive
like,
thinking.
Yeah.
like go back to that. They would like say like, oh yeah, remember my dad was Lord or whatever.
He like shows up as Lord a few times in that season too.
Really?
But that's what the whole the weed farm thing is.
That's
like
when
a
it all
normal
changed.
thing, yeah. Because a lot of shows
Is that when they got the principal?
Well, I thought maybe the same season.
There was one where they were doing like they brought something back because they were talking about like Indiana Jones or whatever, and then an episode later they were talking about something. They're like, oh, we don't want to go to Peru. My friend got raped there, but it was going back to the fact that Harrison Ford got raped in the
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be
Is
another.
it
talked
Harrison
about that
Ford
last
or
week.
is that
Talking about the
It
accused
was
last
Harrison
week.
Ford because like they're
Will they
making
go
fun
through
of,
the gate?
For different reasons.
I don't know. They're making fun of Indiana Jones 4, but basically like they
Oh, I'm
were-
thinking of the
That's
Stargate
not like
they go
rape,
through into
Yeah.
Imagination Land. What was that guy's
different
name?
episode. I don't know.
They're raping me!
yeah, that was because the
Was the
woodland.
action guy?
Yeah, that's because the woodland
Oh,
creatures were
Kurt
getting.
Russell.
That's not. Yeah, Kurt
Russell.
Yeah,
Hey,
and yeah, it was.
Oh, a bunch of furry little woodland creatures.
Yeah, and that was the woodland creatures that worship Satan.
What movie were they mimicking where they're like, yeah, it's,
Stargate.
It's like Stargate. So let's get Kurt Russell.
Guys, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just an actor. Get in the port.
It's part man.
Say what you want
part
about
bear,
Mel Gibson,
part
but it
pig.
sure knows a plot line.
Are you sure it's part? Are you sure it's not part man, part bear pig?
Turns out he's real. That was actually them admitting
right,
that they
my
believe in
man.
climate change. Did you know that?
You what?
That was them actually admitting that they believe in climate change.
Who?
So Man Bear Pig was actually them making fun of Al Gore because
Oh,
they
wow.
didn't believe in climate change.
Of course.
And so in that Imagination episode where they admit that Man Bear Pig is real is then when they finally like in real life are like actually climate change is happening.
I don't know about that because
No,
anybody in California does not. I mean, who the hell okay? First off, in pop culture, in media, in Colorado, San Francisco.
Sound it out.
Damn it, California. I got the case of the lanes. In California, don't think climate change
Well,
is real.
years ago when Man Bear Pig was first introduced,
Well, I think they're just making fun of Al Gore for being a
but they were
Gooffuck.
but they were making fun of Al Gore because he believed in Man Bear Pig because Al
And he
Gore
invented the internet.
believed in climate change.
Yeah, I understand that.
And
But
so-
I don't believe that Trey Parker and Matt Stone denied climate change.
They did.
Really?
Oh yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
like that was their admitting that they believed in it thing when they did that Imagination episode. The
Yeah.
evolution of characters was part of the evolution of their own consciousness. But no, that was actually one of the things I read. I was like, I could see that. It's kind of interesting little
That's pretty
take
funny.
on stuff.
I had no idea. I figured they were, I would say woke. This fucking.
I don't think
But
they're.
they're very, current. That's why I find that very surprising.
Well, they're current, but they're not like. Doesn't mean that they're super woke people.
True.
They have their own opinions besides things, and they like to make fun of
Good
shit.
point. They did have a cripple fight. So.
Yeah, there's
I
a
mean,
whole story
that's
on
something-
Esquire magazine about them using that episode to acknowledge that they.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of cool how they put some of those things in, but at the same
Yeah.
time, it's like, well, it is a cartoon, so.
That's
Did you ever
interesting.
see their? They had a DVD where they were like, South Park DVD, but in between the DVD or the episodes, they had making bacon with bacon or whatever, and they were literally had a pet pig that they were feeding bacon to.
Yes.
That shit was like, dude, you guys are so fucked up. Like it was pretty funny, but like,
Fucking straight to hell shit.
was
Yeah.
that Kenny versus Spenny?
oh, I
I'm
have
trying
no
to think
idea.
when that was. I remember that happening. I just remember.
It was I mean, it was those two doing it, but like I remember it was on a like South Park DVD that I had or like borrowed from somebody.
There's a Coors Light in the fridge.
What do you got? Stella's? Nothing?
There's a Coors Light in
Want
the
the rest
fridge.
of
out in the
this?
kitchen.
There's a Coors
I got half of this left.
That's mine.
So do you want it back?
Your Coors Light from last Friday's in the kitchen.
Well, I mean, at some point I'm gonna have to go home because I got to work in the morning. So
You gotta work in the morning. Yeah, we all gotta work in the morning.
yeah, do you got to work at 7?
7:30.
All right. Yeah.
All right. I missed the end of the South Park talk.
Well, so on the work-related news, I haven't had a day off since last Monday, and I did 12 hours over the weekends.
Last Monday. What does that mean? How many days is that?
What is that? 15.
2 weeks.
2 weeks plus the other one. So, a lot.
17 days off. You haven't had a day off.
Yeah.
I've been wondering where the fuck you've been.
Yeah.
Well, you're making money.
Oh fuck! Every weekend is
Well,
ridiculous.
thank you.
But yeah.
Are we fighting over that or what?
Anyways, people are coming back
Anyway,
from their
like that.
vacation time now. It's like, all right, so I finally get a weekend off, and then I'm going to enjoy it. And I wish this was the start of the weekend, but it's not. So I got to come in responsible for a little bit tomorrow, and train my new guy, who has missed most of his first 2 weeks.
You guys sound like an asshole.
Oh, he's not good.
He just got hired and started, and he's missed most of his first 2 weeks.
Yes. And for some reason, well, so he claimed he doesn't have a car, I guess, and he was hired for third shift. But he's still got to train on first shift because that's where we're going to train him to do things.
Sure.
Because you got to know what the fuck you're doing before you're left alone on third shift with no one around. And, nah. He's missed multiple days, showing up late every time he does show up, and as far as work ethic, lazy. Not because he's like, I just don't think he's ever actually had to work before.
And you say he's like 21 or something? Or he's young.
He's young, maybe like 25-ish.
That's old enough.
Still. But yeah, it's been a thing, and today he didn't
Old
show up
enough
again.
for what?
Have a work ethic.
Oh yeah.
Have life
Okay.
experience.
Yeah, no. There's a
And it's a fuck.
It doesn't matter if you don't know how to do the job. Like, if you don't know how to do the job, but you still have a work ethic, you're going to try to figure out how to do the job.
You should. Yeah.
But, like, this person just...
is
there's
done
not
some
a-
drugs or
No, I just
was
don't think he's...
born on drugs?
I just don't think he likes work.
drugs.
I don't think he does drugs. We had a druggie
He's
who
got a
was...
vice. Everyone's got a vice.
I don't know, man.
What's he doing in his free time?
He says he likes to play basketball. So I don't know, but I mean, he said his last job he was like he worked at a chemical plant here in Omaha, like that where they make shampoo and things like that, and he said he was on like the security team overnight, which means he probably has just like his job for the last couple of years has sat at a desk and watched security cameras and like kind of walked around and never had to do anything because nothing's happened.
I've had to deal with that before.
Yeah,
for sure.
And then like this job requires you to actually work. Like, I mean, there's some days where it's pretty easy and we're just like cleaning some like vacuuming some things up, but like other days like there's piles of shit that you're just scooping all day.
The stupid shit.
Flour, piles of flour, 8 hours of like plus of just
I know.
continuous movement.
I'm just
you
trying
know?
to like, yeah.
But either way, the last couple times I worked with him, he just like. There's not that self-motivation to actually get things done. It's like, all right, we're cleaning that up. And then you come back and you're like, yeah, there's still stuff all over the place, man.
You think this is like maybe a little afternoon lag? He's not sweeping up after much.
I just think it's more like, oh, I actually have to work here. I like doing my security thing where I didn't do anything. But this pays more, so I want to be here. And it's like, yeah, well, you got to actually do work while you're here. So
You can't... you can't teach work ethic. That's what's fucked
No.
up. Like,
you can teach how to do the work, but if you don't have the work ethic, it's not going to matter.
Yeah, it's very true.
Like I don't say mentoring, but I'm teaching my boss's daughter is she just turned 18, graduated college. She's going to start going to Iowa Western for audio, and she wants me to, like, she's asked me several times to teach her audio. So yeah, sure, whatever. I'm
give her
here.
some firsthand experience.
Just sit here and listen.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to tell you to do something and do it. You're not going to get it at first. That's obvious.
Yeah.
I can explain it to you. I can't understand it for you. But that's the age of drive in that fucking work ethic.
Yeah,
Like, we're not here to stand around.
You have to have the willingness
If you
to learn
don't
and
do this,
things.
it doesn't get done. And that's the kind of stuff that I think is missing. Like,
Yeah.
working in a kitchen, I think should be mandatory For anyone turns 16, boom,
Or
they're a
serving.
dishwasher.
Oh yeah, or serving.
Yeah.
Some sort of customer service
because
where you
there's
have
no
like,
fallback.
Yeah,
It's
time-
if you don't do it, it doesn't get fucking done.
and then you're on the line for it, lose your job, or
That's socialism.
That's absolutely not socialism, you dipshit. That is literally the bootstrap mentality.
Communism.
That is the bootstrap mentality right
mandatory service.
God, you are old.
No, I'm okay with it. I honestly think
I do
that
actually
too.
believe in some mandatory
As-
service.
At
Yeah.
16, do fucking 10 hours a week and get some money for
Yeah, learn how to learn
serve
what actually
people,
is
whatever,
going
do
on.
anything, I'm sure they could have numerous jobs. Dishwash if you must, Don't want.
I think dishwashing is something people should do because then they'll
Absolutely.
experience when
I
they're-
wash my own dishes.
It
Well,
teaches
just-
you no as
humility at a certain point. Just remember,
I feel
if you go
humiliated
to a
washing my own
restaurant,
dishes.
there's multiple people doing things in that restaurant for you to have that luxury to sit there and eat and have your dishes taken care of. So it would be a good experience to be like, you know what, I've been back there. I realize how much it sucks, so I'm not going to be an asshole while I'm here.
Exactly.
Because I've actually I know what it's like.
Yep.
I mean,
It's-
service might be a little rough.
it's
but I can-
manyfold. It's
yeah.
manyfold. It's one. Well, your point is perspective.
Perspective.
How does this
Yes.
all work?
So-
and the second is learning how to turn your fucking brain off and just do a repetitive task because it has to get done. I mean, there's a lot of value in working in a restaurant as a young person, just to really, like I said, get perspective. That way, if you start there and you make $1 million a year, you're not an asshole to the bartender. Little stuff like that. And also, but then there's a work ethic part of it too. Of, the service industry is a great place for
Learning how to actually be a decent human.
people just entering the workforce.
Yep.
I don't know if I totally agree with that.
Okay,
though.
why not?
I feel like more graduate high school, mandatory 2 years into some sort of military.
Well, that's Israel.
I support the military thing actually 100%.
Into military community service or just hospitality.
Well, yeah, but how many 18-year-olds can physically join the fucking military?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why you have options.
Yeah, so I like how you said community service or something that's a mandatory
Some sort
government
of thing
program.
that actually gets you involved with your community and your as much as I have problems with America, if people were actually involved in being part of the things that make our country, that would be a good thing that would make our country better because there actually would be an understanding of how we're all interconnected.
Well, it's kind of honestly, it's like a real No Child Left Behind. Literally, get them a job. Show them how to work in the community industry. Show them how
Socialist.
to work in the military. Show them how to fucking work for a fucking nursing home. Whatever the fuck they gotta
AmeriCorps
do.
is a great example of that.
America?
AmeriCorps.
Yeah, but that's not mandatory.
No, it's good. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. So
But to be fair, if we're gonna
Small.
if there was gonna be something where it's mandatory that you have to do these things, we would need to reboot the fact that our healthcare system's fucked, our education is pretty
Healthcare
fucked.
tied to the job.
there's
is
a lot.
dumb in
There's a lot to
general.
unpack.
There's a
with that,
lot.
that's for
So
sure.
we'd have to. There's a lot of things that'd be hey, we're all participating in trying to learn how to make this better. So now it's up to the congressional members who are doing this stuff to actually make our country a viable place for all of us to participate in because there's so many things.
Mandatory government work on
Or
the phones and shit.
well, I mean, there's just stuff where there's so many people
You just government. I read something on
Government.
I think it was Twitter
Government.
or
I like
or
government.
Tumblr. Camera. Somebody pointed out we make people retire because they're too old for the mental capacity to
drive
do
the
their job
car
correctly.
and yet
Yet-
we're hiring them as our representatives.
And yet those are the people that run the country. Are people that are too old to be in the workforce.
Normal
I'm
retired age.
not a political
for
person,
sure.
but the fact that our president is damn near 90 is kind of disconcerting.
If you ask any retired person, do you want to run the country right now? They'd be like, fuck no. Let me get out on that fucking golf course.
Yeah, enjoy your years, man.
You got any yogurt in that fucking bag?
But anyways, before we go down that road, I think it's all too corrupt right now to make any of this work. So let's go on to some TV shows again, because
Back to guns.
No. We're on the back half. You can talk shit. I might cut this out.
I think years ago there was already a plan in place that's basically like coming to fruition now, where basically, yeah, we're kind of fucked, and the New World Order, One World Government stuff is coming in. Klaus Schwab is sitting here with like, you'll own nothing, be happy. You don't know about?
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
World Economic Forum.
We
like,
didn't talk
all this
about my
stuff.
topic yet. About the food god.
I am the
God.
god
Guy
of
Fieri?
food fire.
The food plant's on fire.
Oh, hooray!
Have you
Nothing
heard
to
about
see
this?
here. Recent fires at food processing facilities have some claiming there's more going on than meets the eye.
By the
Experts
way,
aren't
we want to make
convinced.
sure you don't have any guns, so that if there is food shortages, you can't defend yourself.
100%.
Okay, yes.
Sorry,
But
just my own thoughts.
lately there have
We
been
have
a
unregistered
whole
bows and arrows.
shut-
though.
There have been a shit
I mean,
ton.
mine went down with a boat I had.
Yep. I don't know. Shit ton is probably not the right word.
There's
but
been
like,
numerous fires at food processing plants, and the internet is suspicious of it. I think they may be linked.
I feel like there's been over 20, one stat that I saw, of food processing plants that have like burned
we had
down.
490,000 structure fires in 2020 in the United States alone.
That's
What?
weird. There was that one in Omaha just the other day that happened.
Oh, the concrete?
is
Holy
chemical
shit, that
concrete
was
and
scary.
chemicals and shit, dude.
Yeah.
That was scary.
no,
Essentials
there's-
that like people need.
There's
for jobs and
infrastructure
shit,
that's
you
getting
know?
burnt right now while inflation is happening. Our gas prices are going up, and at the same time, this is while they're like. this ties back to the disarming thing.
So this
All
is what I wanted
stuff-
to talk about because you were on the podcast tonight.
Fair enough. All
Tucker
this stuff-
Carlson's the one that
I know.
started this rumor.
I knew you were gonna do that.
fuck, goddamn
because
Tucker
Tucker
Carlson.
brought it up.
Fucking Tucker
But it's
Carlson.
been a thing before that. It's not just
Regardless
2022.
if it's Tucker
It's
Carlson
last
telling
year
you
and
about
shit,
it, the fact of the
too.
matter is all this stuff is happening while there's a whole bunch of companies coming in and they're buying up real estate and like houses around here and then selling or like renting them. So there's like corporations basically owning the properties. There's a whole bunch of crap just happening while
Bill
conveniently
Gates is the number one like landowner
of
now.
farmland. Nestle's been buying up all the water. Finally, there's like the fuck Nestle movement, but there's like, what is that doing? But regardless, there's so many
This
things
thing
like
fuck Nestle.
kind of coming together. And as much as like I know the gun thing is a big hot topic right now. The disarming ourselves, well, there's also all this crap that is basically like weakening our ability to have food, grow food, because you're not allowed to even
This
do
article
certain
goes on to
things.
say, though, that these fires are actually pretty normal. We've averaged 15 a day
That's
for years
that
and years.
article though, Derek, because like
I think
that's
there's
that
some shit
article
coming-
I linked to it. There's a lot of other articles and there's other.
You picked this one for a
I
reason.
know. There's
I
other
think-
sources though that I've read that are.
Within 10 years, there's going to be some really bad shit, is all I'm like thinking.
I mean, this is just the start of it though. Honestly, you
Well,
take
no,
you take
just
down
the start of
something-
it was 1950. The start of the Red Scare. That's what it's all. I mean, it's been going.
You can't go back to the
Yes, you
fucking
can't. It
scare
takes
of-
you how many
JFK.
generations it takes to control a populace.
JFK actually had a quote where he said, "There are people that are trying to enslave our entire nation, and I'm going to try to expose them within the next years of my presidency." He
Oh,
was
what
shot
happened to him?
7 days later.
Oh my God, he was.
7
He also
Spoilers.
threatened to expose
Spoilers!
aliens.
Yeah. No, there's all sorts of
As did
stuff.
Marilyn Monroe.
Wait, so you're saying Jackie O is single, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
But you know
got
who
pink hat.
Klaus Schwab is, right? Like, you've listened to his shit.
Pink
Of
hat,
course.
just good grip on it.
But it doesn't
We'll talk
matter.
about
Like that was years ago.
He's saying that now.
They haven't overtaken everyone yet.
They're slowly doing it piece by piece by piece. It's not like you're not going to do it in one fell swoop. You're going to erode things little bit by little bit and keep like putting your people in like the states of infrastructure where like they're in charge, and you erode everything slowly as you gain control. Like there was actually
So isn't that one of it? Food supply.
yeah,
It's
food
one
supply.
of them.
You know about the board of disinformation that just got disbanded? There is literally. You don't want me to tell you about it?
No, stop tapping.
Sorry. There was a board of disinformation that was
You're
instated.
setting the Morse code.
Sorry. Well, either way, there was a group that was actually part of our
The
democratic process
the thing lasted
where they were
for like
trying to
2
be
months, didn't it?
because they were the ones propagating the fear. They're literally the only ones who have
Fear of what?
all the fucking bullshit that they're like.
I don't
"Oh,
even know if that's come together yet. That was only
No,
discussed.
They
like,
did
back in
instate it.
April.
They did instate it, and then it fell apart because they were basically the ones who were putting out all the stuff that like this is disinformation. But there are a lot of the people who were involved with that were the ones putting out all these articles saying like this is what you got to look out for, and like no, you guys put that out.
Dan
there.
also gets all his news from Reddit.
I don't get all my news from Reddit.
I don't know. I will say
Vigilant
though,
Citizen, the Daily Storm. No, I don't get it from the Daily Stormer.
it is quite. It is.
That's a joke. I had a buddy who made fun of that one time. Sorry, that's a bad joke. I don't know if you know what that one
The
is.
Daily Bugle or something.
No, it's not like. But that's not what the Daily Stormer told me. I don't know if you know what that one is. That's super. That's the guys who like ran people over at the Charleston things.
What?
It's a fucking neo-Nazi site.
Oh,
I thought it was still Stormfront.
of course.
I thought it was Daily Stormer.
I thought it was Stormfront. Hey, hell, maybe there's two.
Regardless, that was a joke. I
Yeah.
don't support that at all.
Oh.
But no, I really think there's a lot of weird stuff coming, and I don't know. I've thought that for years, and it just every couple years there's more stuff that's like, this just kind of looks like what was happening.
Yeah, and that's why I think controlling the food supply is a major thing.
Yeah,
You know,
well,
like
so-
let's shut some factories down. You know, like maybe people can't get their avocados from Mexico anymore.
Yep.
You know.
Well, the baby
true.
food shortage. The baby food shortage. Bill Gates
Dude,
actually.
that's some fucked up shit.
Bill Gates actually like started a company that he's going to be creating like better synthesized baby food. You can look it up.
Fuck that.
You can look it up.
Well, yeah, but
I'm
hold
not
on.
taking
Yeah, the
Bill
baby
Gates'
food short, the
nipples.
baby formula shortage has been around for a long time because I remember years ago there was video of Australian supermarkets getting raided by Chinese families to ship it back to China.
That's a conspiracy theory.
Which one?
Blaming Pfizer and Bill Gates for some shit about baby formula.
Everything is a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, but Bill Gates put the microchips in the COVID vaccine.
Oh my God! Right?
We already know that. So
Hey,
baby formula is the next step.
Derek, how do you say nipple in American?
Nipple.
Hey,
Derek, is there a game tonight?
No.
Okay.
Last
I
night there
didn't
was.
want to keep you from a game. So.
Oh.
What kind of game you talking? The time?
Basketball, NBA finals.
Oh, they talk about time with like pussy and dick.
Speaking of game, how was your last night?
Good.
Huh?
He slammed that dragon, right?
It was
You
wet.
gotta watch that game. And,
Did you guys have a dragon? Or just
Dribbled the ball up and down the court.
just a homeless person?
I was talking about a different kind of game, but whatever.
in and out. He was in and out of bounds constantly.
Volleyball?
Bill Gates has invested in lab-produced breast milk, but this is before the baby formula shortage shit ever happened.
It's amazing that he did it before the shortage happened,
He
though.
did.
Oh, what
This
a
is stuff that's in a
convenience.
lab, though.
Buy
Like, it's
my
not even
breast
something you can
milk.
buy right now.
First of all, why don't
I'm just saying it's
Like
funny
that's
that he
years,
invests in
possibly
things and then
decades
things
away
happen.
from coming to anything you could buy.
why don't girls breast milk?
A lot of them do,
Wow,
but it's literally
good
unless
sentence.
if
Why
you're
don't-
feeding
why
your
don't
child
breast milk?
purely
I
on
gotta
breast
pee.
milk, it is 24/7. You don't get a lot of breaks.
you have to
so
pump.
a lot
You have
of
to
women
pump.
supplement their stuff by getting baby formula.
The real question is
so
why
they
are
don't
people
they
having
have time
kids?
to sleep.
But what do they do with their
Arm.
own breast milk?
Why are?
Well, either you feed your baby it or you pump it and freeze it.
And what do they do if they're not feeding their baby? They just pump it and freeze
Pump and
it?
dump.
Actually, there are fucking bodybuilders who are buying people's breast milk.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh no, they're fucking weird.
Yeah.
I've watched.
Why
I
would you
think it was
not?
like a Vice News about it or whatever, where there's the guys that are like, I swear to God, it gives me the biggest gains, and then they like they took him to an actual like doctor who like tracks all that, and they're like, it's not doing anything more. Like, no, I swear it is. Like, no.
Hey, it's the
It's the
placebo.
it's the placebo.
It's a placebo. Probably all the other steroids they're taking too, but
Oh, yeah.
it's the breast milk.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
Oh, no.
All that HGH does nothing without the breast milk.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally useless. You got to get that fresh from the mama. It was pretty funny, but anyways,
I might start taking HGH.
yeah,
Is it legal?
yeah,
Breast milk.
no,
What's HGH?
human growth
Human
hormone.
Oh.
I don't know if it's actually legal.
There is forms of it that are legal, and then there's like the illegal stuff. But you can go to like what are they?
How do you take it? Like, you have to shoot it up?
I don't know. No, I'm pretty sure some
Oops,
of our
never mind.
pills. I'm sure.
HGH is considered a
Boof
controlled
it.
substance by the Food and Drug Administration. Using HGH for a condition that isn't approved, such as building muscle or as anti-aging treatment in adults, is illegal.
So do you have to...
I'm pretty sure if you go to like what is that thing that they always advertise on the radio where they're
Eugenics?
like mentality.
Like the
On
beaver
eugenics.
There's
girls?
so many of them. I don't fucking
Yeah,
know.
I'm pretty sure they just put like replacement or they put fucking testosterone or whatever hormones in you, which is HGH. They just do it legally with your insurance and shit because you have a hormone imbalance. You can
What?
No, you can go to those places and claim
This
I have
man's hormones are changing balance naturally based on his age. We gotta make him look like he's 20 again.
Yeah, and then they just pump you full of shit.
That's the thing.
It's
like,
legal steroids.
let's-
Is what I've.
How about it should be
attributed to.
illegal to like fuck with anyone's hormones? You know, like
If you want to fuck
can
with
we
your
not just
hormones
let like
after you're-
nature fucking deal with nature? You know, like
I mean, after the age
produce
of 18,
produce
you can do whatever the fuck
estrogen
you
or
want.
produce testosterone. You know, like it will figure itself out in the end, right?
Well,
Like,
see, now you're going to get into
finds
trans
a
rights,
way.
man, and I'm not going to get into trans
Oh,
rights.
Yeah, we're past the
I
point of the
know,
evening.
I
We should
know.
be
I don't
discussing
give a
that.
fuck,
Yeah.
man.
If
There's
you want to take hormones after a
4
certain age,
people
I don't
listen
give
to
a
this.
shit.
Yeah, I don't see why HGH is illegal.
We're
What the
2
fuck?
hours in. There's 4 people that are listening. So
If you want to turn yourself into a big, like, roid monster, I don't want to be around you, but you know what? Do your thing. Like, I could drink as much beer as I want.
I would never turn myself into a roid monster.
I still don't
But
think...
don't you agree though that like let someone turn 18 or 21 even at this point until they start injecting either estrogen or
Yeah.
testosterone?
No, I give them... Yeah, wait till you're a little older. I'm fine with it. I don't care. Like,
I can't get an answer here.
yeah, no, I
Either of
support...
those? Just Dan.
At a
Not sure
certain
what you're
point,
asking.
after you've, like, yeah, you've gone through puberty, you've gotten to your age, whatever, fuck it. Take whatever the fuck you want.
Like,
You
just
want to, like,
no
shrink your balls? You want to grow your balls?
no
I don't care.
puberty blockers or
I'm
you
not
know,
about that.
That's true.
Don't-
There are puberty blockers.
no sex.
There's also
changes
male
until
castration
you're
at a young
18.
age to keep you at a falsetto
Yeah,
for the Catholic Church.
Yeah, that's been illegal though for quite a while, and I think Michael Jackson might
Oh,
actually
cutting
been the
kids'
last
nuts off
one.
has been illegal?
Weird.
Surprising.
Well, only for
Weird.
like 60 years, maybe. 80, maybe. I don't even know now.
Do you
But
think Michael
not that long.
Jackson's kids look anything like him?
Yes.
He has kids.
He's got 2 kids, a boy and a girl.
I actually
I
got to
know.
pee.
I thought he adopted.
They don't
them or
look half
something.
black or anything. No,
Yeah.
supposedly he actually impregnated Lisa Marie Presley.
Well, I mean, yeah. Who knows what can be done with
I froze my
Egg-
balls when they
eggs
got
and
removed
sperm or
from 20
whatever.
years ago.
I'm sure they have all sorts of Michael Jackson sperm on file that they could
You just
print
keep,
out.
just keep it in the ice tray. You get one pops out of a cup once in a while. Oh shit! Oopsies. Put
Well,
it back in the hopper.
DNA degrades over time, though. They only get so many chances or whatever.
The
and,
joke is the testicles are in the ice thing, and the auger puts it in your drink.
like mysterized.
And you have to go, oh, whoops, that's my ball. And you got to put it back in the hopper. Keep it cold.
I do prefer my balls cold.
Well, I'm out.
Why?
No one likes cold balls, you fucking psycho.
They do need to be cooler than your core body temperature in order to produce sperm efficiently.
You want your balls cool. You want your balls nice and cool.
Yeah, you know when you
Well, you
like
gotta put
have that nice
sunglasses on?
breeze that goes
You
through
want-
your pants or something, you're like, oh, it feels good.
You don't want them.
There's a reason
hot.
why it feels good. Your balls want that.
Ooh, one time I put, what the fuck's it called? There's this,
What do you think? A kilt is
There-
the ultimate.
yeah,
like,
that's why
skirt.
it's, yeah, that's why it was invented. And there's, you ever heard of a biofreeze? Biofreeze is like, biofreeze is like a joint pain thing where it makes like it's like a eucalyptus thing. It makes your like it's a weird spray that like extracts the heat from your joints. So my knee was hurting.
Eucalyptus?
Shut up, my knee was hurting. So I spray this biofreeze on my knee while I was at work. Then I just put my pants back on and I'm walking around all this like menthol eucalyptus, like cold and starts coming up my pant leg and my starts fucking freezing my balls.
Sounds lovely.
Hilarious. Oh, it's hilarious.
It sounds
Cold
like
balls.
you had fucking Stellas this whole time.
I stole one. I remember back
yeah.
in high school that we went
What,
to
you
a
were thinking of drinking the
sleepover
whole
party.
time?
This whole fucking time.
And for some reason, they decided to put icy hot on their balls for fun.
Oh yeah.
I've watched it.
I've never done it because I'm not an idiot. But I've
But
watched
Dan
that happen.
did put a dog shot collar on.
But
Well, yeah, I mean, for fun, just to see what it feels
but
like.
you also touched your dick with jalapeno hands too.
Not intentionally.
Habanero.
Not intentionally. That was not a planned move. That was really goddamn dumb.
Really goddamn dumb.
Oh, it fucking sucked. Can I use a lighter? No, that was actually probably one of my worst penis experiences I've ever had.
Worst penis.
It was awful. And anyone who's cutting up peppers, wash your hands thoroughly or wear gloves. Because if you
And
cut
remove
up...
the gloves before you touch
Yeah,
the
oh, yeah,
genitalia.
remove the
Eyes.
gloves. Because if you do cut up these peppers, and then you're like, I gotta pee, and you just go casually peeing,
And a shower's not going to help you.
You'll
all
feel
it does
it.
is spread the oil down your legs.
Yeah. You want some like eggnog or whatever to put all over your fucking.
You
dick
just
at
dip
that
it in
point.
milk. Just put a jar of milk under you.
Something, any sort of base to like take the acidity out, right?
Or
Like
you
that's
just
what
sit
you're
there and
gonna do.
suffer and laugh about how much it hurts because that's, I mean, really, it's funny.
It sounds
It
like what
just
Derek
hurts.
did
What? I've never burnt my balls.
when you guys were cooking something and it happened.
Well, Dan,
That was
chopping
me.
peppers, went
That
to the
was me.
bathroom.
What were you guys cooking?
What's
Peppers,
stir fry?
you just
And
said.
it was habaneros we were
was
chopping up.
You were
Yeah.
chopping them for what though?
It was either
A
stir
stir
fry or
fry.
chili.
Oh, okay. This is some spicy chili stir fry.
That was when we were making all those stir fries with habaneros.
Yeah, yeah. But no, that.
Ugh.
So it was habaneros. It wasn't jalapenos.
It was habaneros.
Oh no, they were.
Oh shit, that explains.
It was
I think.
rough, and I laughed while I was also like, guys, it hurts, but like it was still funny.
How
I
many
just remember
habaneros?
Dan like, I'm gonna take a shower. It comes down. It didn't help. Now my legs hurt. I'm just gonna go lay down for a little while.
Yeah, lesson learned.
Go lay down.
Well, what the fuck else was I gonna do? There's no avoiding it at that point.
Go buy some.
It's in the
milk.
pores.
You know what we were making was hot though, because like Eric came over one night. We made the same dish we'd been making, and like the air in the kitchen was
Yeah.
just like burning eyes because of the habaneros. And Eric's like, I gotta get out of this room. I need to go outside.
Yeah.
Did it? This is what I learned. Now.
Those dishes were pretty spicy.
Did
Oh,
it?
they were good though.
Did it kill the roaches?
No.
No, they'll survive anything.
Oh my god!
I'm so glad we moved out of that place. That was.
I remember like people would be like, "Hey, let's come over to your place." We're like, "Oh wait, let's go fucking inside."
Lane and I would run ahead of everyone, flip on
turn
the
the
lights,
lights on.
spray 'em and smash.
What are you doing
Oh,
in there?
man.
We're not killing roaches.
48th and Douglas.
Oh.
We had a house there, and then like, whoever, like our landlord was a very shitty landlord.
We were getting the house
Clear.
bombed like almost once a month.
But yeah, there was like a point
Didn't-
where it just
didn't
like
matter.
they were so out of control. We're like, we're moving, and then when we moved, we went through a bong at his door, or no, his
We
door
had this
was-
old broken bong had a
Yeah,
crack in
yeah.
it. So we know, like we had the parking lot of the place that we rented from. Like we shared it. That was our back parking lot, and that was our main parking lot. So we had this bong, and I go and like whip it underhand, like softball fast pitch style,
So fucking.
and it
dope.
goes flying
It
into
was
the
a
back of
great
the
throw.
building, and just like I got lucky, and it just smashed on this big light fixture and just explodes everywhere. I just remember being like, when it happened, I'm like, ah! I couldn't believe it happened.
Well, it
It
turns
like
out
splashed on the wall, and like the glass of the window.
No, there was
or
not
the
a single
light
shard of
broke.
glass that was bigger than like a large grain of sand.
Yeah, it
Well,
was just so,
so-
Just
gross.
exploded.
our landlord had been taking our money and spending it at the casino. It turns out, like
Wow.
there is all sorts of weird, shady shit. Where like there was
We
like
skipped town, like moved to California or something like that. It's
Yeah.
like,
He
fuck
definitely
it,
left.
those are state debts.
that. Yeah. Well, there was like that crazy heat wave where like our AC is out, so the whole heat wave was like what 3 weeks long of just it was awful in there, and we kept calling. He's like, "Yeah, we'll get to it." Yeah, nothing. The whole time it's like, dude, this is what we pay.
I ended up like writing up letters and sending certified mail to him to get him to fix stuff, to hold him legally accountable for shit.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It was bad for sure. It was a fun time though.
It was a fun time.
Oh,
I
yeah,
had
we
a lot of
partied
good
fucking
times.
really hard.
We were fucking drunk every night.
Not every night.
When was this?
I mean, maybe not drunk. We were drinking.
Someone was drinking every
Yes.
night. You know?
Someone's
what year
gonna
was
drink
this?
a beer before the night is through.
2015?
No,
13?
even before that, it was like
12.
2010.
10?
So
Yeah.
you-
I graduated 09, so yeah.
So you knew me,
No.
and you never invited me to your house,
You hadn't even
No.
enrolled yet over at Metro.
except for all the times you invited me to
Nope.
Festivus.
Nope.
No.
Didn't know you yet.
That was way
Yeah,
later.
we did. 'Cause
No.
I started working with Joe in 2009.
He hadn't even gone to AV school yet.
But I didn't start working there until like 11, probably.
John, are you mad you missed out on roaches?
It's true. It's very true.
No, man, I missed out on parties.
True.
Oh.
And all the groupies.
And that's also true.
Oh, the groupies.
And we have yet to have a party.
You know, Trash
We're
Talk
kind
does
of
need
too
some more
old. This is how I
stalkers.
party now, is like, I drink
Should I hit
with
up
a few
Vicky?
people and then...
Well,
yeah.
we do have a Trash Talk house to party at, honestly.
Where?
The Trash Talk studio.
That's his choice. Hey, don't be volunteering this nice house for a fucking...
Yeah. Oh, I've lasted on the airwaves.
All right, Derek, you're back in college. Let me shoot in the floor real quick and make it right.
I had somebody make that comment one time from the Airbnb downstairs.
Yeah.
Like, it's a total college atmosphere down there, and I was just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Because there's a pole in the middle of the room? What the fuck?
The support beam?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, what the fuck? That's a weird... Because there's a
Did you
futon?
leave some red Solo cups down there, or what?
Nope. They were
That's
just like,
American.
It's cheesy and decorated weird. It's a total college atmosphere. I would never go back. Like, even everybody else's comments were like, I really love the basement, and like it really makes you rethink what is possible with the basement.
And if
So
they don't
there's
want
one
to,
cunt that
I
you
have no
like.
idea why they said that. Like, I don't have like beer bong and pictures of Jack, and
You didn't kick
Well,
the door down with
the
a load
fact
of
of the
beer
matter
bong? Who's
is-
up, pussy?
is that
There's a
I have
spider.
old artwork hanging up.
you still made money off them, so fuck them.
Was
Well,
there
exactly.
a spider too? Was that the lady with the
I'm never
spider?
gonna come back. I didn't want you back,
No,
bitch. Just
I
one
think
time.
it was somebody that overheard me having
So
sex.
this, I'm curious,
Holy
Derek.
Christ, that's 2 floors away. What are you doing up there?
Or maybe they heard
I
the
don't wanna talk
podcast.
Doing it right.
Maybe they heard the podcast, and it's the college atmosphere. You know,
Uh-oh.
we make dick jokes. We're
Oh no, they didn't talk about the pocket. We're right above the garage. They can't hear us from in here, really. That's
Yeah.
That's why when I go to the kitchen, you go, shh.
Is there
But
anyone
in here,
below
we're
you right
screaming.
now?
yeah, that's true.
Is there anyone below you right now? There's,
No, this is the garage.
No,
My
you
car is
have-
I mean,
below.
you have
like,
a
there's
record?
no one
We're
renting the
not
place.
right now.
I haven't heard the garage door open, so but there will be people here tonight.
Oh, if you were in the garage,
are
though,
are
you
you
hear
booked up
us.
every fucking
Here's the
night?
thing: is that I still have
Pretty
that
much.
dildo that I won from
No,
homie.
you have-
the homie.
It's in
and
your
I
car.
literally was it's not with me right now. It's not at my house.
It's in
I
you right
was
now.
going to like leave it on his truck the other night. I drove by here and I was like, oh, that'd be hilarious, because I took it from Chelsea, whatever. But I was gonna stick it on his
Well, she was
car,
dumb.
and then I saw that there was other cars in his parking lot, and I was like, damn it. I can't do that, because if they get up in the morning and they just see a fucking dildo, speak of the devil, on his truck bed or on his truck hood, and then they like get up in the morning and drive out and it's just fucking sitting there, he might get a weird review on his Airbnb.
Maybe, but it's just a dildo.
I
you
would
know?
laugh, but at the same time, it would be fucking hilarious, right? You guys saw the picture I sent.
Yeah.
I saw the picture of a dildo. How did you win it though? I want to know that.
Claw machine.
The claw machine.
I know, but like
$1.
You just like you grabbed it at the right spot
The
and it
first
dropped it
time,
in.
first try.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it get the shaft or did you cup the balls too?
I
What
think
was
it
with
plastic,
the claw?
wasn't
I think it cupped. No, it was just
it was
hanging.
a loose dildo?
It was just
Oh.
loose.
Someone opened it up out of the package, threw the dildo in there.
Yeah, however they do it at the
And then
home.
it's been probably clawed a couple of times.
It's probably been clawed a couple
It's all
times.
ripped up.
But like, legitimately, we're gonna leave, and I was like, all right, I'll put $1 in, and then that dollar was just like, all right, move it over just a little bit there. No, it's going right there. Click, and then like it drops, and then it
Grabs
picks it
it.
up. I'm like, oh, it's actually got a hole.
Oh, I got the dick.
And then it fully picked up. And I was thinking it would like fall while it, hit the top.
Yeah, it usually
No,
does.
no, it just went over and dropped, and that was a hilarious time.
So
So here's the garage. The guests are here now.
probably
These
about
ones
time to
aren't
call.
smart people. I sent them a message, like I do everybody, that says, "Hey, here's your check-in information. What time do you think you'll be arriving?" They responded, "Here's when we think we're going to arrive." They just came knocking the door and said, "How do we get in?" I'm like,
Well,
"You responded
You
to my
should-
message,
you should
right?
probably-
That showed you how to get in." Yeah. Did you read it?
I know you think they can't.
Well, where's
hear
that
you.
at? The
But-
message you responded to.
Just because you think they can't hear you, maybe we should pretend that they can hear you,
Motherfucker.
because that's
That's
the.
true.
it might be.
That's also true.
Well, it's also.
I'm just saying.
What is that from? You keep doing that. What
It's
is
also
that?
about that time for me.
Yeah,
Tenacious
it's,
D.
It's 9 o'clock. So.
It's Tenacious D.
Yeah,
Can you
So,
feel the D?
The D. It's after 9 o'clock. You gotta go to bed?
I'm ready to go to bed. Honestly,
Dan's ready to go to bed. John's ready to go to bed.
man, I gotta actually
Did
work
you-
at my
did
job.
you get
I don't
drunk
sit
at
in an
work?
office.
No, I got drunk as soon as I came over here.
Dude, you're drunker than usual.
Did
I
you
don't think
boof
so.
the beer?
I'm just pretty drunk.
Did you boof the beer?
I did drink a couple of beers though, honestly, because
Did you open the cap with your butthole?
I put both caps of these buttholes. How many beers have you drinking
1,
tonight?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Why? 6?
Damn, I've had 3.
Probably more than I have.
This is
I'm
my.
twice
And you're
your
like,
size.
you're fucking drunk.
Yeah, but
you're fucking drunk.
You're the one making.
I'm
a bunch
not
of
fucking
brackets.
sponsored by all these fucking racing teams and shit.
He
You're
does have
sponsored by
some
meat.
racing team things on.
I am neat, okay?
It's pretty
And you gotta fucking call me out for fucking being more than drunk?
All
I'm
right,
not.
well,
more than drunk.
gentlemen, I don't know where you guys are. At.
Oh, is this how we end?
I don't want to piss off Derek's guests.
Welcome to
Oh,
Trash
they
Talk.
can hear, but they can literally can't hear anything.
I
over
think
here.
they can hear.
We do this all the time, but people hear. If they can't hear us,
If
we
they
hear.
can hear you having sex upstairs, they can hear us talking.
Yeah, but
That was the only person that's ever said anything,
Punch
and I don't know
screen
what the
sex.
hell they thought they heard because I was just like, I don't think I had any sex that
They
day.
probably heard.
The comment they said was, it sounded like a cat screaming. I was like, I have a cat.
Well, maybe Bass was very upset.
I have.
There's also 2 roaming cats in the neighborhood that get in fights all the time.
so that's the sound you have. It's like.
God damn it, Kenny!
I'm out. Fuck you.
Yeah. Let's wrap it up here with go check out our 3-hour podcast with building the hat at.
Yeah.
was-
Follow Trash Talk on.
Derek's added
Follow-
order the part.
Jesus Christ.
Follow us on whatever you want to follow us on. We're on YouTube, Instagram,
Plug it,
fucking
dipshit.
Facebook,
How?
Twitter.
What's the name of it?
all of it? Trash Talk Omaha. So that
At
is,
gmail.com.
you can find us. You can find us. That's all you gotta do. Follow us on
All right.
all
Fuck
of
you.
them.
All right.
Hey, I love you.
Oh my God.
Fuck it.
It's fun seeing you.